Welcome one and all to the Legends campaign. I'm your GM for this session, Logan, and these are my D&D buddies. Say hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
I'm about to pull up some music as we get into this. Welcome. Let's start here. Oh yeah, this was the caving one.
Just in case you need it, I do have notes.
So, in our last session, the Legends successfully acquired 3 of their 4 ingredients, ultimately accumulating at a 4th, of this immunizing brew that they've been searching for. As you circumnavigated the traps I've set for you in time of the Feywild and traveled to Mount Celestia for like 17, 18-ish hours. Yeah, because there was that other thing. You are rested, restored, and rejuvenated, returning to the plane of the Feywild to go caving. As Reginald teleports Puppet, Kevin, and Shorty deeper into this cave, you traveled a great distance down awkward angles and dead ends and some navigating tight pinches before getting to what seemed to be the tightest pinch of all, a barrier beyond your next objective, just almost like a threshold in the way. Puppet circumnavigated the check to get through a gaseous form spell, landed solo successfully, slowly, meticulously collected the Bibber Bang mushroom without setting it off through a series of skill challenges, right?
That was good too.
And after he had successfully deposited it into his bag of holding, he polymorphed himself into an earth elemental. Which we're going to retcon because we discussed that only the earth elemental has this earth glide trait, which is pretty valuable here. So as we're picking back up, I actually want to start with Shorty and Kevin, who are on the other end of this threshold. You felt your telepathic connection break, and Puppet, last you heard, was in progress of harvesting the mushrooms. You haven't heard any explosives or detonations or anything,
but it could be bad.
Right. To move forward would be a pretty high DC athletics or acrobatics check.
Could you hand me Tasha's?
Yeah.
It has the homunculus in it. Oh, thank you.
All right.
Yeah, I had one over there.
He has his own alt, probably.
This works.
Not from your mother. We're recording her now.
We are.
We are recording.
I think you're...
Turn it off. Alright,
Athletics would be best. Athletics is +5.
Is it? I thought your
dexterity
is higher.
My dexterity is 21.
Which is a
This is still +5.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but I got a 12, +12 on my saving throw.
Okay, so you'd be looking at roughly the same
17.
For your check. So go ahead and make your attempt. Does your homunculus want to assist in any way, perhaps?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I will say you have heroic inspiration from the bard.
I'll give you the help action. Oh, you are.
Heroic inspiration allows you to re-roll, but that will.
Right.
But it's just one of them. You can re-roll once. Okay.
24.
20.
I'm sorry. This is a saving throw, or is this just a...
This is a check. Athletics or acrobatics. 18 is still
not good enough.
pretty high. as you get to this space in the way, you kind of... You're a small creature, but this is a tight pinch for anyone. You get about partway through, and then you worry that something's going to
Shift.
to stick, right? Previously, you did feel a quake as part of this, but go ahead and make me a perception check as you peer into the space. Oh, that's kind of leaning, I think.
Okay, good. Thank you. There we
Yeah,
go.
really well.
There we go.
Perception.
Yes, perception is. Oh, I can roll that twice anyway. I've got a plus 21 in perception.
So I think
don't know
that
how it works.
I think that succeeds.
I think that would succeed.
It's your expertise
Yes.
on there.
Oh, makes sense.
It's 40. I rolled a 40.
Goddamn. Okay.
So what you see, you passed my threshold, is Puppet quietly casting the components to transform himself, and before you, on the other side of this pinch point, is an earth elemental. But you can tell that it's your companion. And I'll say on a 40, you can also see that part of the cluster of Biberman mushroom has been cut away, and there's some very minor stalk at the base.
It's well done.
Do you want Kevin to try to go through? He does not have proficiency in acrobatics. He could make a dex save. Or a dex check.
Well, I tell Kevin what I'm seeing.
Okay.
What's his size? He's a small, so he would have to make a roll.
No, tiny.
Tiny
He's
is a little
tiny?
bit different.
He's tiny.
Kevin could fly through if he wants to.
I'll just have him fly through.
Hover through.
He knows that if somebody's in trouble, to start healing.
So he sort of leaves Shorty just beyond this point, but you're all still together in the moment. What do you guys do?
Well, I'm going to keep trying to get through whenever I get an opportunity.
Well, Kevin can speak my languages. He just says, "What are we doing?" It's all Kevin can really do. He's there for support. What are we doing?
And I have true polymorph. I cannot speak.
True. I will say, because you were absent for our last session, Shorty would know that the objective was to acquire the Biberbank and return to Reginald.
That's it.
All right, so
But there's the elemental.
The elemental points.
Points to a hole that leads deeper,
I'll say
and
on
then points to
a
himself.
on a 40, you could see that there's the very traces of growing vegetation, and there appears to be a sort of shift between the sort of red, craggy earth and rock that you've been traveling through, and the deeper sort of, it's like a deep, dark brown, you can't see it, but it almost, or you can't feel it, but it almost looks like a sort of
It was close.
fertile soil, and there's the edges of plant life extending past the Biberbang that's out of sight.
we've accomplished our task. Why don't we leave?
Kevin goes, "Okay," because he can't hear him speak anything, so he's with you.
He
Okay.
just points. The creature.
I hate true polymorph. Why would they do this to me? Why did they do
You're
this
the one
to
who picked
me?
a true
You're the one
polymorph,
who
motherfucker.
chose-
I'm sorry, I can
No.
only do so much with my telepathy magic.
I know.
Kevin doesn't know sign language.
Reginald's going
I
to
make
use...
sure all my characters know common sign language.
Come on, puppet, let's go.
Reginald's going to use a magic action to use his Pearl of Power
Uh-oh.
and recover a 3rd level spell slot.
Oh, okay.
It just... I
Right.
used one in the last game, I'm going to get it back.
Fine. Can I pick them up in my hands and just use my earth glide to get us through the dirt?
Um,
If I wrap my hands around them tightly. Like completely.
Well, right now, Shorty's kind of on the wrong side. If you were to try and... What does the Earth Glide say?
I can move through dirt and make it unnoticeable.
So, the Earth Glide would not allow you to pull another creature through with you.
What if he grappled?
But
them?
you are a siege monster and deal double damage to objects and structures.
See, I'll just
What if
punch
he-
the wall to make it wider for him.
What
It's
if he
just that
grappled
there's
it?
a Bibberbang patch behind you.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's not do that.
You
Well,
trying
he
to
could
bully
if he's hitting the rocks so they come out towards me.
So
Are you
not
kidding me,
behind me.
Mom?
Kevin's gonna look at you and go, "We're going up."
Yes.
He flies off back to the way he
He
came,
flies through the hole and
He's
begins
tiny,
leading the group.
leaving those two because he was informed we're going back where we came from. So
He starts to move ahead, sure.
right, and he has a fly speed, so which is faster than his walk speed.
I feel like he can remember the area pretty well, just being a construct.
Yeah,
He's just like, well, last time I went that way.
right. Let's see what his intelligence is real
She
quick.
sent me
I might
30
have to-
bucks for cat sitting.
$30.
Come on, Kevin. I need you to have a high intelligence.
Make a check.
It's a 10.
That is average, and he's a construct. I'll
And it
say
was
you
made
don't.
by me.
I'll say you don't have to roll
Okay.
in
cool.
this case.
Right on.
I think it's not hard for a construct to be like, I'll just reverse what I
Right.
just did.
Right.
If he's got
Alright.
a 10 intelligence.
So he makes the hole bigger for you. That's what she said. So you can.
Puppet, do you want to try some sort of a push, or do you want to try and hit, or do you want to just glide through?
Push it open. for
Okay, so
Shorty.
go ahead and make me. It would be a strength check. You've got +5 is a
That's a 14.
14.
Total?
And he's a siege monster.
I'll say that doesn't make a tangible difference on the whole right now, but it doesn't set off the Bibberbang either. Because you attempted a check. You could try again to squeeze through, but that's your
Now,
prerogative.
isn't Kevin heading the other direction?
I'm a tiny person.
I know, but you're leaving us, and I'm trying to get through the other way. There's no need for me to
You
go
can
through
go
here.
backwards where you
We're
can't
going
see
back.
shit.
We're all going.
You can
we're
go backwards
backtracking
at an
together.
up angle if you want.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm going to do.
You're gonna go backwards at an up angle.
Oh.
Oh, down angle.
I think
Yeah,
you just
so-
mean that he's going to crawl back up the cave.
Yeah,
yeah.
He can
Yeah.
still do that face
We went
first.
deep.
So yeah, he's crawling back up the cave like Kevin.
Yep.
You just want to go with Kevin in
As
case
soon as
any-
Shorty
I'm going
backs
with
up,
Kevin.
I'm going
Yep.
Earth gliding.
With him?
Can I just pull him through it?
Yeah.
You can get through the.
Yeah, I
The
know I
spot
can
is
get through
fine.
it. Yeah. That's what I want to do. But go around him.
I had a question. Can we say that Kevin and Shorty went together
Mm-hmm.
in case Kevin were to need to give him the help action? Because we were both doing the same thing. So
Kevin's just kind of leading the way
right,
sidewise.
just follow Kevin. He'll bring you back.
Roger that.
This way, Shorty.
Roger.
You can earth glide
Sure thing.
and like start pushing the gnome up through the cave.
Oh, if I can push him, then yeah.
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, I'll push him.
Okay,
Watch
so
where your fingers are.
after a moment, this earth elemental just comes out of the unworked stone and starts like you land sort of in his chest as Puppet just
That's it.
moves
Girls
at a
down.
speed through the earth.
We're all
It's
ladies
burrow
that
30,
rocking.
but it's very efficient. He's just he doesn't have to climb around anything. He's just going in up the direction that you've came. Woo!
Oh, speaking of which, whenever we were at Mount Celestia, because you weren't here, you didn't have the option. They did offer remove curse for you to go back the way you were, or you can stay on.
I think I would have went back to being a boy.
Okay. So,
Okay, we can back on that.
So Shorty and Pyro have accepted to get the neutralization of going back the way they were.
Thank you.
You watch as your beard regrows. Well, you could be a bearded lady. Yeah, I'll say for the time being you were a bearded lady.
Well, dwarves women have beards,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but not. I don't think
I
normal
didn't
women
think
do.
gnomes did,
No.
but you know what? You never know.
You didn't shave it off, so it doesn't have to regrow.
Right.
It's a magic beard.
It didn't just fall out.
I gotta start all over again.
What is this? A large elemental.
So now they've made it back to Reginald and Journey?
Or to the room.
I'll say, yeah, it takes about another 15 minutes or so for you guys to make your way back, but after climbing a decent ways up through this space, and I guess flying and gliding, yes, you are able to return to the room that Reginald was in. You've still got a decent chunk left on your concentration.
Well, I'm just gonna cancel it anyway, so I can give him the Bibberbang shrooms.
Just keep them in the bag for. Sorry, I'm not there. I'm saying nothing.
Bibber bang, bang a bang.
Did you do it?
Yep.
Fantastic. Hope it's enough.
Hopefully.
Exactly. Now we just need to use it right.
Well, in the meantime, you could try and get us back, or I could.
Have you used your 7th levels today?
I'm good on 7th levels.
I've already plane shifted and teleported. So I could do an 8.
I'll teleport us back.
To the. Where are you teleporting us to?
We came from Autumn.
Well, you could teleport back to where they are at the top of the cave system.
That too.
Or you could teleport reliably back to the teleportation circle in the Autumn Court.
I'll
But they're
teleport us
not.
back to where Pyro.
Okay, go ahead and make me a roll.
Well, I've
Do you
been
want to-
there, so
Make it a cinnamon.
I'll say,
Make it a
what
cinnamon.
is... You're not quite very familiar
yeah, not very.
with
I'm
this.
familiar, but not very familiar.
I'll give you this one that's just below very familiar.
Just below very familiar.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll me a d100.
I don't like this.
Oh, in the DM's guide.
This is the teleportation.
I rolled 40 even.
40. Okay, so the result on 40 is similar area.
Oh.
I guess as per the 2024 rules, do you have heroic inspiration still?
I mean, I haven't used mine.
I don't think you have. He has.
That is a 52.
52. Okay. Go ahead and roll a d8 for me.
Oh. 4.
Alright, and now roll 2d12.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my
What
goodness.
the fuck happened?
You should have just taken the 40.
Not necessarily.
See, not necessarily. Oh no, what just happened? 6 and a 3.
Okay, so
9.
Who grew a tail?
you appear. Well, I don't necessarily. I don't know if you know this result by rolling it. What happens is you appear at the surface. You're in the same forest, and there are sort of like fissures in the area on the ground, but you don't see Isla or Pyro.
Oh.
God. Damn it!
What about you guys?
It's all of us.
Yeah, so
This-
you're all
this
in
group-
that area.
I'm gonna try and yell
Here's
out,
to that spot.
"Hey, Pyro! Island, where are you?"
Do we even hear anything?
No.
I didn't think so.
Oh, why
We're
am
gonna
I
have
so
to try
far
it
away?
again.
Is this a mirror dimension we just
No,
transported into?
This is my teleportation spell mucking up.
Well, that can't be good.
You gotta try it again.
Oh.
I don't know if I've got.
Oh.
I could talk to them over a long distance,
But you don't know where we are, so you can't use message.
but they could go back to the court.
We are just outside of the autumn court.
I believe you traveled
Then you
How
say it
tall are
was
the
a mile?
trees?
right. It was a mile.
How tall are the trees?
The trees, they get about up to about 60 feet in places. Those are the
Okay, they get
tall ones.
about 60 feet. Okay, that's cool. I can use this to find my way around. We're gonna need Shorty for this. Come stand next to Puppet. Everyone else go away.
No, we're
You don't
nowhere
wanna
near
go
each
fly.
other.
Okay, I'm gonna cast reverse gravity so we float up 100 feet, so the ranger can see our surroundings.
Are we near each other at all?
That's what we're
Yeah,
trying
we're
to
all
figure
together.
out.
It does say a
He
mile.
didn't lose us.
No.
It says cave mile
Puppet,
from town.
Kevin, and Shorty are together. Everyone
Oh.
else is together. 2 groups of 3.
Puppet, Kevin, Shorty, Journey, and Reginald teleported together.
That's right. Okay, all of us.
It's
That's
just-
just those 2
It
together.
says Isla and Pyro sitting at the mouth of the
So
cave.
if
going,
you want to be back with your
So,
dog,
where'd they
you
go?
got it.
you wanna
Yeah.
go, you want to go out in the forest and kill
Unless,
some
of course,
shit
he
until
lifts
they
me
get
up.
here?
Okay.
Sure, we should
100
leave
feet
those.
into the
I
air.
don't think we ditched them.
Okay,
The
I'm
two
gonna
of
make
you
it in Primordial. I hope they can
Float upside
Why would you
down.
not do it in common?
Because it's funny.
Whoa.
Do you know Abyssal?
Whoa!
I do. Oh wait, no, I don't. I don't know.
We're floating upside down.
I know
Go ahead and
Primordial,
make
but
me
it's
a
your-
perception check.
Anyway,
Hey, it's better than
Hey,
nothing.
that's my
you
my
can
good
still
thing.
float.
right.
Let's
I'm
do
gonna
these
leave
two.
that note to me. We're gonna go in the forest and shoot some.
Okay.
31.
31. Okay. So, on a 31, you can see way off into the distance. You're sort of looking at all of your surroundings, trying to make heads or tails of it. I'd say on a 30 plus, yeah, you get a bead that there's a recognizable landmark, and there was not far from your caving destination. It looks about 9 miles off.
You missed by quite a ways there, puppet.
Oh!
We need to go
You're
over
both just
there.
in the air.
Huh?
See that?
Well, you guys, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was talking about what her and I were doing. You're talking about what you guys are doing.
No, that's
I'm sorry.
fine. You guys do your thing.
I was saying, you see that landmark over there?
I see something.
That's where we need to go.
Oh, I was off.
We
Okay.
can walk, or we can teleport again.
Now hang on. Now that will go into what's getting ready to factor in.
Right.
So, her and I were talking quietly. That way we didn't interrupt. Well, we tried not to. I'm sorry. Her and I decided we're gonna go in the forest and start shooting stuff.
Okay.
And
With
so I
arrows or
left,
guns?
I don't
I
have,
have
a
a
gun.
gun. She's got the arrow.
Okay.
But I put a note with some sap on it on
Right.
the side of the cave in Primordial that says Isla and Pyro went hunting not far outside the cave.
Just for fun, roll a d8.
Oh gosh. 3.
Okay. You begin heading what would be the Feywild equivalent of south.
We're only going 60 to 70 feet in there. We're just having fun
Perfect.
shooting stuff.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
we're,
gonna be a
we're,
difference.
we're not like going on a hunting party or anything. We're just like outside the mouth of the cave about 60 feet shooting shit in the trees. I
So
didn't know if they could hear that.
I'll say from the perception of the ranger above the trees right now, you do faintly hear the sound of
Gunshot.
A gunshot.
Do I see any little fairy creatures flying up in the air, possibly? Trying to get away?
Not at the moment, though you do see some, like, fey sort of raccoons that were in the forest and are now floating in the air with you. They're just very confused.
Oh, hello, rat friend. I mean, hello, raccoon friend.
They're like medium-sized creatures. They're actually much bigger than any raccoons you've ever
Okay.
seen.
Hello,
I'm
raccoon.
focusing on some treetops and some trees, so if we're walking, I can lead us, I can get us back there in a fairly straight line.
Okay,
9 miles.
I will
go ahead and make me a survival check right now.
slowly,
And I'll say do so with advantage. With
I
slowly
do get
lose
advantage on it
concentration
anyway,
so
so-
we can get back down to the ground.
Oh, I would say Reginald is like holding a feather out
28?
at like the very edge of your radius.
28.
28 is very good. That means that you're going to get a strong bead on the direction you need to go from here. Yeah.
Alright, time to lose concentration.
Reginald, as soon as he sees you falling, starts running so that he's as close as possible and you're not really, really close to the ground when he can cast Feather Fall.
Nice.
Oh, slow
Which I do have.
fall.
You can't just lower us gently?
No,
No, he just has to break concentration.
and it
fall.
just drops us.
Teamwork!
Yeah!
All the raccoons into the trees, into the canopy.
Into the trees.
They're
alright,
able to
then.
make deck saves to catch themselves. They don't take
You see a gnome
full
trying to fly.
damage.
What the heck? What are we doing here?
Kevin's hovering, going, "What's
You
going on?"
stole fizzy lifty drinks!
That's great.
No chocolate for you.
Oh man.
You get nothing!
You get nothing. No chocolate.
That's what I'm saying. But I'll get it.
Okay.
I'll get it later.
Whew.
That
Do you know
was
where we're
fun.
going?
I know where we're going.
Let's keep going.
Let's give it a shot, and I will summon my familiar back from the ether.
Alright.
Kevin!
Scout ahead!
Coming.
Scanlan.
Okay.
So,
Ranger.
I'm curious, how many hours do Isla and I had just
Fuck around, find
pass
out.
the time away?
I'll say, with a ranger leading the party, and a 28 on this skill check that was not specifically towards the hag, they're able to make some decent time.
Okay.
9 miles, though.
2.5 hours.
That's what I was thinking. If I break it down to, like,
3 hours.
being able to do it with the aid of a ranger and finding the easiest paths to go through, I am going to say, like, 2.5 hours. Because that's a little bit longer than, like, 15 minutes per mile, and I think
Right.
that's achievable on, like, a hike if it's not difficult terrain. And that's kind of what you're doing. You're avoiding difficult terrain. And
Right.
You're ignoring certain difficult terrain.
Uncommon.
Well, I could
potion,
cast
2 hours.
There's a what?
freedom of movement.
Uncommon potion to be able to make it 2 hours.
Yeah.
I'm only going to take so long. That was a clever use of scouting. So, yes, over the course of a little bit of time, you don't have enough time to do that whole potion, but you're able to get it started. It doesn't have to be consecutive.
So, I kind of found where the ingredients are for this.
Oh, yeah?
It says, it smells and tastes of freshly ground pepper, hot spices, and faintly sour tomato juice. With magical liquor.
What kind of magic liquor? I kind of like that. Like, oh, here's your enchanted liquor to prime the potion.
Well, and it says it's kind of. It says. Okay. Due to its magical nature, the alcohol within this potion affects a creature twice as much as the alcohol within the non-magical beverage. So, just reading that personally, it has to be some type of magical alcohol combined with those ingredients.
Yeah, I get that.
Okay. So, that being said, do I I know this is the Feywild. Are there any kind of spices on the ground?
No, that's not it. Sorry. That one's good. That's not it. I'll say you can make a nature or survival check to see what you can accomplish in this downtime. You can go foraging.
You said nature or
Survival.
okay. Well, my nature's plus 13. So
Yeah, I
maybe
figured your
I'll-
nature was probably better.
That's a 25.
Yes, you are able to find some viable sort of alchemical components. I'll say, how much did I say that potion was worth? 75. Crafting, it'd be like 150 for a purchase.
Yeah.
So, you find 25. You find 100 gold pieces worth of components that you could use for that potion, since you're looking for it and it's like Fey spices.
Okay.
It's not your only ingredient, but if you were to say buy some magical liquor, you can mix it with that and make 2 or 4 potions
Right.
potentially.
And I was also curious because I have 24 vials, so I was just gonna see how many that would get. But anyway, I was just looking for the materials. I can't craft it right now.
No, that's a good use of your time. So, you guys follow the sounds of impending gunshots as Pyro sort of shoots peppers out of bushes.
I need that. I need that.
At one point, you get one of those raccoons and it scurries away.
Oh, hey, yeah, let me shoot for an animal. That's only a 21. But I'm pretty sure it surpasses any animals.
I would say a 21 is probably enough to hit and kill like a Fey elk.
I'll take it. I guess I could kill the elk and give you guys the food because I don't need it.
I can't eat food here. I'm not staying here forever.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Hunted game.
Technically, it wasn't like given to us.
Right, it's not food that was given as a gift. I'm not certain. By a Fey. That's the difference.
Infinite cheese.
Wait, I got this. I'll just sell it.
Very.
Sure.
I'm gonna write elk body.
Okay.
It's not elk season. You get arrested.
You're gonna get thrown in jail. All right. So.
Sorry, I was trying to make good use of 2 hours.
Yes, you were.
You there! You violated the law!
I didn't see him. He went that way.
Wait!
Pyro!
I know you!
Wait, I know you. You know. You talk shit to our queen. No, that was that guy.
I'm just not going to engage in that dialogue tree. Thank you.
Right.
Pyro,
Oh,
Isla, hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, thank goodness!
I guess
He's
I'll
gonna-
read this note.
He's gonna run around and cast Longstride on everyone again. Reginald. Regina.
I feel speedy.
Regina.
Here you go.
Regina.
So-
Oh, you didn't take the. You still got boobs.
Yeah.
So does Puppet.
Yeah.
How long
we
did-
kind of discussed the puppet was flat chested.
Wait a- Oh, hey, Rocky. So I'm gonna act this out. This is terrible. All right, so I'm over here dragging the elk body, gathering all the pepper that I've just got, and I look up and you guys are walking that way, and I'm like,
Yeah, we know.
The teleporting didn't work exactly as planned. We
We
should
don't-
have kept an item from this location.
We don't talk about it.
Isla,
They
they
suck.
didn't come from there.
It's because they suck.
Are you our friends, or are you imposters?
What happens in the
All right.
Feywild stays in the
Insane ass.
Feywild.
Chill out.
Kevin! Kevin!
Eh?
Yes? Are they real? Yep. Alright, you're good.
Wait, I'll prove it to you. And I throw Kevin forward. Shoot him!
Boom!
Reginald
He
casts
died.
mending.
Oh, alright, cool, we're good. Good job, Kevin. Yeah, I'm
If
alright.
not, we can toss you the Bubber Bang mushroom.
I'm
Bibberang
sorry, but
mushroom.
every time I shoot Kevin,
Don't toss it.
I think of Ted back together.
My
with
point
him. He's like,
exactly.
"Oh, that's Kevin every time I
Who
shoot.
was just jumping in some of the
Hey,
wrong
buddy.
places?
I guess you got a potion to brew.
I got the big bang right here.
Don't pull it out.
That's what she
My hand is already in my sack.
That's what she said.
My hand is already in my sack.
My hand was already in the gosh darn bag.
I don't know how I feel about that.
said. Ooh, I get to make a potion. What does it do? Explode? Kill?
It's
What?
To save lives.
Oh. I mean, that's good.
Ooh.
Does it kill people in the process?
Puppets like
Of saving their life?
by the
Yes.
mimic.
Might draw out
It kills them
Vecna?
and say it resaves them, right?
And yeah,
Yeah.
it might draw out Vecna.
Good.
That's-
I'm gonna tell him this simulacrum ain't going down this time. It's gonna be him.
Well, do you want to do it here in the court? We could.
Use some alchemist supplies from them.
All right, group decision. We don't know how this potion is going to be brewed. Reginald, you know, kind of how to tell me how to brew it correctly, right?
I mean, it's the Archhag's recipe. I think we can figure it out.
I'll be able to just give me a couple hours to be able to study this. That way it doesn't fuck up. But the question for all of you is, do we want to brew it here? Or do we want to go to the court and possibly fuck something up in the court?
I think we should brew it here.
Or we could do it outside of the court. That way, just in case Vecna decides to try and attack again.
It would
Because
be
the
easier for
spring-
us to be there, wouldn't it?
The spring court fortified itself after we saved their archway.
Alright, everybody, I got this. Mordecai's
Stop.
magnificent mansion.
No.
Okay. Do we go in the mansion and brew it?
Sure.
It's
Alright.
got all the alchemist supplies you'll ever need
Yay.
for a limited time.
Oh.
Also, there are more little dolls with targets on them for you, Pyro. One of
So
them will
you're-
keep score.
Is that your 8th?
Yeah, that's my 8th.
Can you just have a scoreboard? And you're-
Well, that's one of them is holding a scoreboard, and every time you hit one, he lifts one up.
Alright, well, I say we go in the mansion and go ahead and do it there in the safety. But that's my vote. Does anybody have another vote, even though he just casted it?
Makes sense.
Okay. Well,
Counterspell.
counterspell.
You get the spell back.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's definitely probably gonna
That's a
pass.
17.
Oh, that don't pass.
I got a 22.
Yeah, I was gonna say that don't pass. That
I only have a
counts.
+3 in con.
I'm just
Wait,
joking.
hold
That's
on.
I
okay.
knew you were, but that a funny, you know.
I actually, Warcaster gives me, oh, that's concentration saves.
Correct.
Oh, now I roll an 18.
No, you can keep it.
But yeah, no, that would have been funny. Alright, well, I'm gonna go inside the mansion. Does anybody want to come with me, or you just want to let me do my work?
Yeah, I'm letting you do your work.
Why? It's not gonna
Do
explode.
you want
That's
food?
okay.
Maybe.
Hey, Journey, come on. Let's go play fetch.
There's a dog pen with toys inside.
He doesn't need a pen.
Well, I mean, it's like a giant room just for you
With
and him.
bones and.
We're gonna
meat
go
and stuff like
We're gonna
that.
go chase fairies for a little while and have some fun.
Okay.
Oh, where I could do a thing. Hold on.
Isla, you want to join watching me?
Sure.
Bing bang boom.
Bing, bing, bing. Boom, boom.
Oh,
Shit, I'm on
Do
video.
you
Everyone
need
is
Do you
nice.
need the effect thing for tonight?
Bada boom. Big bada boom.
The effect thing?
Yeah,
Bubble
like the
booey.
fireball, cone of cold, stuff like that.
Not yet.
Okay.
But we will need it if you said not yet.
Not yet.
It depends on how.
Choices
the
are
route
made.
goes.
Should we be prepared or not prepared?
We are prepared.
More prepared.
I'm looking
Well,
for.
we'll have a.
Oh wait, this is it. This ain't a door. Never mind.
Also,
I don't know what I'm looking
Should
for. I'm
we-
crazy.
I'm waiting for the door to come flying off the hinges is what I'm waiting for.
What the magic door appears before.
But it's not even a. It's really just a gateway of light.
If that's how you want to describe it.
do you guys want
Okay,
to
if I
take
can
a?
describe it my own way.
Do you two want to take a long rest to get your spell slots back?
I thought we just did
we
take
had it
one.
recently.
But you can only take
Right,
one within a
but-
24-hour period.
Yeah.
We went to a different plane, different hours.
Yeah, but in total, we haven't had the rest that far.
I haven't been awake for that long yet. I've only used my 7th levels at the moment.
Well, do you guys want to take a short rest?
I was gonna say I could at least telepathic bond us. And I did expend this pearl of power.
Maybe, maybe wait to do stuff until we're ready to head out, I guess.
Spent.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go start studying first the recipe that you've given me from the Artag. Do I need to roll anything for studying, like, investigation, insight?
Not
something?
exactly. What's gonna happen
I still have my inspiration for today.
in this moment? So you gather the sections: the fur from the satyr's ass, the unholy water, mushrooms in the fairy ring, and a different kind of mushroom, a bigger bang. You can tell that whatever's gonna happen, you're gonna need to start by boiling the unholy water, essentially.
Okay. Get my pot, start my burner.
Isn't that what you make?
Your alchemical savant.
Yeah, my alchemical thing that holds the thing there with the little bitty flame underneath it. I got that started. Alright.
That's the way you make
From there,
fairy water.
you're going to take, as it heats up, you're going to take the fairy ring mushroom and crush it into a paste with like a mortar and pestle. Instead of being like a live sort of mushroom here, it almost crumbles and like it's almost closer to dust than it is like
Paste.
paste at this point. But you
I'll set that
crush
to
it
the
in.
side.
Yeah, and then it gets stirred into the ingredient. You watch as it sort of, the unholy water goes from like the faintest tinge of like greenish to like a lavender with the introduction of the fairy ring mushroom.
Okay.
Right? The fur is next, and that one is to be steeped almost like a tea. So you have to put it in a bag and then put it in, and then you'll take it out when it's done, basically. So you put the fur into a little tea bag essentially, and set it exactly so that you can access it later.
Trying to act this out the best way I can. I'm sorry.
From there, you remove the Bibberbang mushroom from its bag of holding. You have to take the
Tongue thingy.
Skin.
I imagine there's like the visual in BG3 is that there's like this dust that's like flowing off of it. So very carefully you have to let the dust fall into the water, and then you set it in and take it out. So if it makes sense, there's the dust, and then it gets put in momentarily, and then the other two ingredients come out.
I'm gonna kind of start a small, slow motion. That way, it kind of lets some of that off as I'm going down, and then
So I just wanna look here.
kind of like whenever you're making metal.
For this one, yes, this makes perfect sense. I'm going to ask you for a dexterity check with your alchemical proficiency tools. So, currently it's a straight roll, but you can get help from Kevin in this instance. And because you have the tool expert feature as as an artificer, you're going to be rolling your dexterity plus 12.
So it's 21.
No, your dexterity score plus your
Oh.
proficiency bonus twice. So
Okay.
your dex is plus 3, right?
Plus 15.
So you're adding plus 15 to this, and you're guiding yourself?
I'm gonna guidance myself.
Okay.
And I'm going to use a luck point to give myself advantage.
Great. Go ahead.
That's a natural 17 with a 4 on the d20. That's 21 plus 15 is 36.
Pyro, how do you put your magic into this potion?
Okay, so I guess I'll get up here and act it out since the camera's right here. So
Is the last step. That was sort of a sleight of hand check, but you had expertise because it was the tools, and you had to very carefully handle the liverbang mushroom and then remove it and even dispose of it.
Okay.
But you succeed.
So this is just gonna be for, you know.
I don't need the earth elemental anymore. That was
Bear.
fun.
Bear with me, okay? So here's my brew station. So I get my thing out, turn on the heat, dump inside the unholy water. After I dump it inside the unholy water, then I had to put in the second one that you said was
The fairy mushroom.
the fairy
Fairy
mushroom.
green mushroom.
So far, so good. You know, one of those things that does one of those and drips into it. I'm gonna kind of have another bubbler over here and
Okay.
put the satyr hair in there with the tea bag and kind of have the thing held up as it's going back into there and mixing.
All right.
And then the biberbang mushrooms, I'm gonna slowly. I'm sorry, this is bad. So, as I start to move my hands and make them glow orange, as my chaotic energy starts to flow, as I put my hand down on the thing, as it starts to glow and bubble orange, and then as I take my hand off of it, it settles.
So what I'll say is it settles, but it absolutely retains that vibrant orange color, like the orange of a sunset in the Feywild.
Yes.
And as it settles and the heat disperses, steam comes up, and then there's like, if you've ever seen a pharmacy in Europe, there's like a green sort of cross that just evaporates into smoke and then is gone. You know, like not like a potion of love that makes a heart appear out of nothing, but there's just this intense medicinal effect.
How many vials am I able to get out of that? Because I didn't know if we needed multiple vials for different areas.
Here's where the flavor of this moment is going to align with my understanding of potions in D&D.
Okay.
I'm told that simply tasting a single drop is enough to determine what they do. So in order to figure out how potent this batch is, someone is going to have to taste it.
Okay, so you and I are standing there, and Isla said she was standing there too. So as I look into it, I'm like, I kind of stick my finger down in there and swirl it. I lick it,
yeah.
so...
Immediately, you understand that this, like, singular sort of large vial that you have before you is enough for at least each of the Archfey. Essentially, what you're looking at is like a fifth of vodka, and in order to properly immunize an Archfey of this nature, what you need is a shot.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take, I have 24 vials, and is this for, there's 10 quarts? I know there's the main ones, you know, like spring, autumn, and
I was just about to
summer.
double check. I'll
Okay.
show you. I want to see.
This is like test tube shooters.
Yeah, well, I'm getting ready to get my test tube.
What's this?
Yeah, filled up.
Meters, the test tube meters, and I'm gonna disperse each one for each quart.
Ladle it out.
Right.
Sorry, I'm not getting the right vibe. What's this one? What Reginald can tell you is that beyond the 4, which is only 3 that you would have to visit for you guys, so there are there are 6 further domains. There's a total of 10.
Okay, so effectively I'll have my glass beaters here in their holders as I portion out for each court their own vial.
You would need to visit 8 of them.
Okay.
10 total. One of them is the Frost Prince.
So I need to remove 8 vials.
Right.
See.
I had 24, I'm down to 16.
Okay.
So after I do all that, I'm sure that took me about the 2 hours. I'm
Yes,
gonna
and I will actually need you to mark off a spell slot because I wanted you to put a spell into that. I'll say you could do it as simple as first level, but if you wanted to be creative with it, you could describe a spell that was infused into the brew.
Okay.
Just
Oh, I
sort
got
of-
the perfect one. So, as I've made all these elements and stuff like that, part of the orange chaotic casting that I done on it, as I pull my hand up, I had casted absorb elements.
Okay. Nice.
So, I will mark off the first level. So I guess I'm gonna, after I get them brewed, Reginald and I'm assuming would have established, okay, well there's 8 quarts we need to distribute these to. Is there a way, do we need to travel to each one of them to give these to them? Or is there a way to distribute these in other ways?
I have an idea.
We'd probably be the quickest. I don't know. We're not far from the Autumn Court, so we could start there.
Okay. Take our short rest, and after we're done, take them the first vial.
Sort of walk there, yeah.
Okay. Hey, don't we also need a vial for ourselves?
Oh, this. I don't know if we could become Nightwalkers like this.
Well, oh, okay. This is the one to keep them from. Okay.
This is the one to keep them from transforming.
God.
Right.
So how about
Group
this?
chat's popping.
To kind of let's do a montage. We could each send one of us to each court. I'm sure the Autumn Court, after we help her, because you weren't here.
I was
Very
thinking.
nice.
I'm coming in
Well, I
to
almost
the
got
mansion.
arrested.
I'm gonna
Last
come into
session.
the mansion now.
Well, last session I'm telling you this for you to know what happened. I almost got locked up again because
Surprise!
I know, right?
I may or may not have played my character to a T and told the Archfey a couple of things that were on my mind, and then her
I'm definitely gonna have to watch that
her
episode.
guards didn't agree with the things that I had said, so I had to cover my ass a little bit. But I'm sure that because she told us once we got there that she would be able to help us more because we guaranteed her safety. So maybe we could divide and conquer as far as, okay, we need to take these vials to each one of the courts. There's 5 of us. There's 8 courts. Once we give the Autumn Court hers, there'll be 7. Well, somebody can take one to the spring. That one will be 6, and so on and so forth.
Potentially, I was thinking if we could sort of utilize that rod of absorption Puppet has, he could use that to channel his teleportation circles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can.
How many
I
charges do you
could
have?
cast some spells at you.
I have 8 charges right now.
How many 5th level spells do you have?
I actually still have all 3 of those.
I have my 2.
Does your Rod of Absorption says it has to have
Maxify
a
level.
spell that targets only you?
I can absorb a spell that targets only me.
So
Are we saying all this out loud in the mansion now?
I was gonna say that Reginald tried to give us telepathy again, so it's
Right.
possible that we could talk over the bond.
I was just
Not
making
me
sure
either.
that we were saying this, also talking in game about it. That way,
Yeah.
Depending on where characters were, which ones would hear it. Because he said he just came in the mansion, and we were in the room with the potions. But I've done all that, so I guess after doing the potions, Isla, Reginald, and Pyro would have found you to talk about the spells and teleporting. As far as what I've been saying, we could do each court. Shorty comes in with Journey, and now we're all here together, one big happy family.
You caught me up on what you guys were talking about.
Yeah, what I'll say is the telepathic bond doesn't work inside and outside of the mansion because they're technically different planes.
Right. So we would have had to catch you up.
Right. So I'm just gonna say that maybe they have some way of contacting each other and teleporting. Everybody could teleport to us to get their
That
vibes.
That might make us a really big target.
You and you can't absorb it.
Perfect.
I can.
We want to get this guy anyway.
I can absorb up
Maybe.
to 9th. I can only make level 5.
Oh, cast level 5. Oh, that's right. That's why you wouldn't be able to do the teleportation thing with the rod.
Yeah, I can't do teleportation, but I can do circle because the circle is 5.
And we know the circles to each of the spaces.
At least 2 of them so far.
Right.
Here, Reginald pulls out his sword and casts Steel Wind Strike on only you. Wah!
Yes,
Curia,
5 charges.
Woo! Above table. If I hit him with the Staff of Disintegrate, it's a type of spell. Would he be able to?
Isn't that a line or is that a target?
It's a target.
It's,
Oh,
a,
then I
sing-
can
it's a
absorb
single
it.
target.
But because it comes from a staff, is that possible to be absorbed?
Because it comes from a staff, it would only be treated as a 6th level spell. I think it's
Yeah,
still
okay.
yes.
Hey, guess what? Pow! Pow!
Pow!
You just got 12 more charges.
Okay.
I left 1 charge on the.
Oh, I was gonna say I could also short rest these and help with that, but that works too.
There you go. Save
I'm
yourself.
now up to half my max. And I can't max or let that thing hit 0.
How many times can you teleport us now, buddy?
I could... give me a level 1 spell real quick, so I don't have to worry.
Well, let's walk to
Heat metal.
Okay.
Oh, that's 2.
That's level 2.
Okay, that's just as good. Okay, now I'm at 27. I can now teleport circles 5 times.
So let's go to the first one and then we'll start doing that.
Alright, let's go to the Autumn Court.
Alright.
You guys want to talk to her? I don't think it's my best idea. Here, take this button.
So you guys take about 20 minutes or so to get back to the Autumn Court after this. I'll say that brewing a potion of that scale probably took you like an hour and a half. That makes sense because the process was rather simple and it doesn't constitute a gold value associated with brewing those potions on the things. I'm not gonna make you. It takes 24 hours to brew this magic potion. I think that's a little shitty. It's gonna take you a while to montage, but we'll see how long.
Add 1,000. Hey, Tim, add 1,000 gold to your character sheet because I talked her out of 1,000 gold. I
Yeah.
said we're gonna need gold to start this process.
Okie dokie.
I got it. So, I did a lot of bad stuff in the last session. You'll have to look at.
I didn't bring a lot of gold with me, so we're cool.
Blew up a building, cussed out the archmage.
Alright, well, let's walk.
All right. Hey, we got Longstrider too.
I'm still faster than all of you.
Whatever. Come on, Kevin.
I can pick up
Speedy.
Kevin. The power of speedy.
I got 50 feet.
The boons.
Here we go, everybody. Doop, 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 doop. All right, everybody. Did we make it?
No, I think we all died.
At this moment, there's no threat between you and this corpse. So, quickly, you're able to return to Faragonda the Moth Blossom. You're escorted into... I'd say most of you are escorted into the throne room.
Do I have to wait outside the door?
You're in the waiting chamber. Like, the Eladrin do that thing where they, like, cross their spears in front of you.
Everybody
in the back.
else got to go, and then I'm like, oh.
What about me and
I
my
forgot.
Oh, come
I'm
on.
such
You
a
don't want to
bad-
say hi to me?
Such a bad fire boy.
I thought we had a connection.
But yes, you are rewarded. Did I say if there was another reward to be granted? I gave you all so much gold before.
I actually, oh man, we would have to go back on the episode, but here I have something. She greeted us with gratitude and happiness, and Pyro made an ass of himself and almost got arrested again.
Made an ass of himself. That's
No,
good.
because after that, it has. Oh yeah, Kevin has written my life story now, so we're gonna have him leave a book here.
That was quick.
Kevin works hard. Yeah, I don't have anything on that. So.
Oh yeah, this is a song that's not got copyright involved at all.
I
So we're
remember
gonna-
that
we're gonna-
Pyro was like,
Listen to it.
We're
I
gonna do
remember
this one
saying
for-
something about a reward. I was like, so how much money are we going to get if we do this? How much are we going to get for saving the kingdom? And she's like, well, I'll give you money once you can assure my safety.
Yeah, I think I did say that. Okay, I'll say as part of this,
Before
because
I
you
can
had asked for it before bringing, you are the party is presented with a chest containing 10,000 gold pieces.
make it like 1,500. That way we each get 500. And it won't be that much.
You mean
He said
20
10,000.
Yeah, 10,000. So if you split that up 5 different
We
ways,
get
that's
2,000.
2,000 each.
You said
Okay.
500.
Okay. I was thinking trying to keep it dulled down because I'm about 8,000 away from probably being able to make a 9th level scroll.
then I'm gonna present some expensive options when we get to a different court, I guess. Because one of these is the Merchant King, so we'll get to that. I was going to look at the DMG about that earlier, and then we didn't get to that part before. So, you guys travel successfully, immunize the first of the Archfey.
Woohoo!
Now you have the opportunity to use teleportation circle a number of times to get to the next objectives. I've described the Autumn Court before, so I'm not going to go into detail at this moment, but Faragonda thanks you for your time and says that if you need to leave from within her domain, she can grant you a wish, so you may do so safely.
Yay!
Alright, so you could actually use your wish spell for a smaller leveled spell to be able to teleport to one of the courts. You don't have your 9th level wish, do you?
No.
Reginald, you don't have your 9th level slot today, do you?
The plan was to give him a bunch of charges to let him do a bunch of 5th level spells.
Okay, that's right.
To get to
We pumped
places.
him up. Alright.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I don't have wish prepared today. I've got shape change if we get
Okay.
an emergency.
Okay.
So where's the next one?
Next, let's go ahead and go to spring, since we know spring is there.
Okie dokie.
That makes sense. As you
Play
guys
my musical
return
instrument.
over the course of a minute, you're able to. Well, I'll say as part of this, you can inform the Archfey that you need components to get to each location. She supplies the necessary components for you to cast Teleportation Circle a bunch more times.
That's good.
I think it's like 50 gold per use on that one, so we're gonna give 400 gold of whatever the Teleportation Circle
Takes.
material component is.
Okay.
That's an addition to 10 other gold pieces. But that's it.
And every time I do this, we have to wait 10 minutes.
I know this song.
Alright.
It's iconic.
We made it to the spring court.
Yes, as part of the first casting, go ahead and mark off either the 5th level spell slot or the appropriate charges on the Rod of Absorption, and you all are whisked from this place through Puppet's magic in a way that feels like being pulled upward and then being set back down. Before you is a familiar sight, the intricate teleportation sigil at your feet, a way to get beyond. You exit the area and proceed into what is basically like this living palace of still growing plants and vines. Rather than log cabin shaped logs on the sides, there's like vertical trees that have just grown out of their own spaces and create walls. You walk through and you see Queen Mob, this sort of blue-skinned figure with this beautiful green dress and bright red hair, like I described long ago. And she steps up and looks at Puppet and is like, "You look different. Seem different than the time we last met."
Yeah, I got cursed by an archhag.
That happens sometimes. Kisses you on the cheek. Takes a shot. I trust this immunizing brew will work.
Yeah, I brewed it.
And perhaps what I feel is simply chaos.
Hesitates.
Looks at the empty glass. Returns it to you.
Oh, cool. I'll take that vial back.
Right?
Of course, it needs to be washed real good now.
I feel more positive already.
Yeah, that's what it was supposed to do. No, it wasn't.
So I asked Queen, I said, is there any map for these teleportation discs that we could follow to help us get around quicker?
We lack the conventional mapping of such sigils, but I believe we can transport that information in some way psychically to those of your casting group. As I have done before with your wizard. You watch as kind of like a higher level detect thoughts hits your head and then reverses.
Whoa.
And all of a sudden, like, hold on.
You see another court.
It's so sparkly.
You see the Gloaming Court, Prismere, the Sealy Court, Fable Rise, the Unsealy Court, and the Heracall Fens. All of their sigils burned into your mind.
Oh, my brain.
Go there swiftly, legends.
Will do.
On our
Which
way.
one do you go to next?
We're going straight down the list you just gave us.
Right, yeah. Straight down the list.
Let's just go down the list.
Before Puppet leaves, he's gonna walk straight up to her and kiss her on the lips before coming back and going
Oh,
to the seat of
really?
with everyone.
You already had it with her.
Slime.
There's like a gasp amid the staff. But yes, you're able to do so.
What?
Wow.
Montage.
You gotta love them, but you gotta hate them.
So, you guys said you want to
Mouth the
do
hater.
the Gloaming Court next?
Yes.
I said Sealy Court.
I mean, Sealy works too. If you said Sealy, let's do it. So, what you see
Is what you
in the Sealy Court, and we are sort of distinguishing this from the Summer Court is not the Sealy Court. I described this before. There's just a difference in worlds. But as you teleport your way to the Sealy Court, it's as if this entire, the entire palace is built out of light. All of the walls are bright and opaque, almost reminiscent of like a prismatic wall, and you are led inside over this moat that is, or sorry, a bridge over a moat of like creeping darkness, right? There's just nothing down there, and even you can't see with your true sight what's beyond.
Well, I wouldn't be able to see if it's bright. I have my robe close its eyes.
Right, but the
Goggles of dark vision.
it's just a strange sort of darkness that you're not sure how deep it goes, but it's just this strange murky space that kind of defies expectation. But you cross it over like a rainbow bridge, almost reminiscent of like the Bifrost.
Does the sky still look like a normal sky?
Yeah, it still looks.
I'm gonna have one eye open that's on the bottom of the back of my cave, just in case someone sneaks
It
up.
should be dark out at this point, shouldn't it? Or does it never? It never gets dark.
In the Feywild, it's always sort of dim light,
Dim
as
light.
the sun setting is kind of more of an illusion than anything else. But you enter this brilliant palace of light, and you are escorted to the throne room of Zarina Wispgiver, a strange sort of pixie-like figure that appears to grow into a much larger sort of.
Don't trust the pixies.
It's kind of Tinkerbell-esque, where she's wearing very little, and they're very like simple clothes, but she's got these big sort of dragonfly wings on her back. And as she gets closer to you, her form literally grows larger to the size of like a medium creature. And she says, "I am told you are the ones sent by my kin.
Drink
Present
this.
the brew.
Drink this.
I shall trust you this time."
Can I have that vial back?
Throws it at you.
And where did
Yes,
you
I
get
feel
that
quite better.
dress? I love it.
It was made for me by the great grandmother.
You get a little gnome elbow hitting you in the side.
She shrinks back to her pixie size and flies back to her throne. Thank you for your time, legends. Be on your way, please.
Alright, now the unseelie court.
You. Ooh. Okay, so the unseelie. The unseelie court. This isn't bad. Don't worry. I'm gonna pull something.
Or wah wah wah. Oh no.
Oh, it's this one. I didn't even know. This is not the monster control.
Oh yay.
What you see
Oh yay.
as you approach this space is.
Is that yours or mine?
This is yours.
Oh, okay.
I don't have one of these. I bought it online.
I have the planes tabbed.
Oh, I'm looking for magic items.
Oh.
Magic item.
Mm-hmm.
I've got my magic item.
So,
I'm happy.
ooh, there's a little
Okay.
kitty. What you guys see is this like brilliant sort of. It's all strangely faded in darkness, where you can't see the sky anymore, except for like stars in the dark. But you enter this like brilliant sort of. It's almost like a tropical paradise here. There are palm trees and like the thick jungle at the edges of this like ring of luscious beaches. There are like water fixtures that sort of appear out of nowhere where they shouldn't naturally fit, but it all appears to be this sort of like elegant, resplendent, like a Mexican hotel, or like one of those like beachside hotels, beachside
Oh,
resorts
like in
you go to.
like in the Caribbean.
Yeah. There's a lot of like just brilliant sort of colors, and the shining night sky has like occasionally fireworks appear. And you approach, and what you see is this sort of, I think I'm gonna get this right. This strange
Blue
sort
crab.
of as you enter the palace of this place, there's like it looks like it's, pardon the trauma trigger for you guys, but it looks like the walls are built of like sandstone, like actual rock, right? And this sort of tropical theme continues inside as you are led in by some of these strange sort of fey goblins and bugbear guards, and you are brought to the throne room of this sort of strange, like, lemurkin humanoid figure. This, like, almost larger than life lemur on two legs sort of jumps off of his perch and goes, "Legends, welcome! I am Julian Agosto, the Merchant King, but you may call me simply King Julian. Welcome!"
King Julian!
You got to move it.
Have you come to my palace to do business?
You want this elk body?
We are.
I would love to buy what you are selling. Oh my goodness. Strange. Guards? Yes.
500.
We're here to help protect.
500?
Wow.
I'm prepared to offer you 50 gold.
Alright.
We are here to offer you protection from Vecna. Have you heard of Vecna?
Indeed. He is a threat to me and my kind.
Said I walk up to Pyro, grab one of the, hand me one of the vials. Said, drink this, Your Majesty, or whatever.
I never drink liquids I don't know where the source is from.
I never.
Wonderful.
Well, there goes that vial. Pyro.
Clean up that glass.
He just smashed it on the floor.
I have a question for you, King.
Oh no!
I'm gonna do it.
Don't do it!
Everybody knows what I'm gonna do.
Don't you
No.
do it.
How would you like this belt?
I can see in your eye that you are a clever one. I'm not interested in your infusions.
I was gonna sell it to him and then drop it.
Oh,
Once
no.
we left the court, I was gonna be like, alright, well, I'm gonna drop this.
Very good, very good. No, perhaps I could interest you in some of these ammunitions of slaying. And he presents a number of, like, sort of old-timey bullets, but also many, many arrows come out as
Ooh.
servants upon servants bring out these, racks of magic arrows.
What's this bullet do?
It is especially effective upon undead, sir.
Oh.
I am looking over the arrows.
You can see some that are good for fiends, some that are good for fae, some that are good for undead, some that are good for plants. There's a lot to sell here.
You have +3 ammunition.
I only have the extra damage ones, I'm afraid.
Which ones do you have? Holy shit. Are those
So,
all bullets?
If you're looking at bullets, what you would have is things that could deal extra damage to fae and things that could deal extra damage to undead.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the
I have
variety.
to roll a D100 for
No,
that.
I'm saying that that's the ones that
Oh.
he has for sale. For you, if you wanted to buy arrows of slaying, the ammunition would be that you could purchase ones that deal extra damage to fae, or fiends, or plants, or undead.
I
But
just
for the
need-
bullets, it's fae or undead. So
I'll
there's
take the undead.
there's a
Do we know what Vecna is?
Undead.
He is undead?
so for the bullets of undead, I'll say there are 10 total
I
ammunition of
only need-
undead slaying.
I only need one.
One.
Just need one.
Well, the specification on this one from 2024 says after dealing its extra damage to a creature, the ammunition becomes non-magical.
But it would still be magical before.
Right?
So if I stick it inside my pistol with repeating shot, it's a magical bullet when I stick it in.
But the way the magic item here works is that once it deals the damage once, it becomes non-magic.
So
Right.
it wouldn't work in your repeating shot.
Right, but it says for repeating shot the ammunition that's put in it.
He's saying this one, the bullet overrides the gun,
Okay.
is what he's saying.
I was just going by the infusion part.
Like putting an item into your repeating shot would, in this case, you could fire multiple times and it would repeat the same ammo, but it would only deal the extra 6d10 force damage once.
Right. I'm just trying to find it for myself as well. Repeating shot. This magic weapon gets this. Damage rolls. And ignores the loading property.
How much are
if
these
you
arrows?
load no ammunition, it produces its
I'm gonna say
own
each piece of
automatic
ammo here is
reducer
very
increase in
rare.
magic ammunition
250 gold.
Each.
Yes.
Well,
You
that-
just received some.
I'll let you
1,000
read
and then 2,000
repeating
more.
shot.
Yeah,
and
I've got some.
You interpret the rules better than I do.
So the repeating shot says that if there isn't ammo in it, it makes its own,
Okay.
which then disappear. But you could still use ammo of magic things. Or I guess that's new. There is an ammunition plus 1, 2, 3. In this case, he has arrows and bullets of slaying.
Okay.
Okay. So if you wanted to get one, could be very effective.
I'm gonna choose to buy none and sell a +1 plate armor, +1 great sword, a +1, 2 +1 hand axes, and 2 +1 tridents, and a +1 studded leather.
I think the last time I said that there was like a bevy of +1 items you could get about 1,000 gold for.
Right. Alright, I will sell all that to him for 1,000.
That's totally fine.
Does he have any scrolls or stabs?
I am a collector of scrolls, yes. I could offer you some scrolls.
As long as it's not wish. I can't cast that anymore, which is probably a good thing because it's pyro.
Well, I know what I'm buying.
I'll let him go ahead and grab what he's buying. You guys have anything you want to buy?
I was waiting until all the barge stuff came out.
Oh, okay.
So can I give me 250 plus that leaves me 550. All right, so I'm spending 2750, and I'm getting 2 each of the fiend, fey, and plants, and 5 of the undead.
Okay. Sounds like a ball.
So what's the extra? You said
When you
one
use
D10
it,
or so many d10s.
after dealing its extra damage to a creature, so if you miss, you can
So-
recover it, I'd say.
Okay.
What it does is,
Are you wanting
if a creature of that type
Merchant
takes
town.
damage from the ammo, the creature makes a DC 17 con save, and then it's 6d10 force damage on a failed save, half as much on a successful.
6d10.
And it's a save for half.
Okay.
Did you look at any scrolls?
I haven't pulled out the spell list yet, but is there something in mind that you're looking for?
Well, I was thinking maybe one of possibly Feywild back, or actually Pyro's gonna be like, "What's your most expensive item on the menu?"
Well, we have some more simple things here. I'm sure the gloves of thievery would not fit that.
Ooh, how much are the gloves of thievery? What does that do?
Ooh, this might be one. Alright, so I heard that there may or may
Reginald
not,
is also kind of looking at that.
I know there may or may not be some rings out here, may or may not. But if you have a ring that would put my increase my dexterity to 20, I would like to know if you had one of those rings, BG3.
Unfortunately, I'm not in possession of such magic items to improve your self abilities. I think perhaps you are capable of making those yourself.
Fair enough.
Then fucking do it yourself, motherfucker.
Why do you ask me? You got the movie.
Move it.
He's got a little helper running around named Maurice.
No, the money guy would be Maurice. The little guy running around would be Mort.
Duh.
I have got to use the bathroom.
I thought Maurice was
Ew.
the little guy, or was he the...
Maurice is the medium one.
No, okay.
Mort was the small one. The one
Mort.
that liked his feet
Mort,
so much.
that's it. Mort.
King Julian, your feet! King Julian!
I'll be back. I gotta use the bathroom.
King Julian, let me lick your toes, King Julian!
We're gonna get copyright for that.
Okay. I'd say the most expensive potion that I have here, or the most expensive item I have here, is this here potion of speed.
How much?
What did I say before? I simply couldn't part with this for less than 5,000 gold.
Ooh.
Alright, out of curiosity, do you have any chain lightning scrolls?
I have one. Oh god, what does the scroll say?
6 levels aren't as bad as the others.
Oh, it's in the player's handbook, isn't it? That the crafting scrolls. Yeah, shoot.
How many people can shoot lightning in our group?
Well, Reginald can. I think Puppet's got lightning bolt.
Who?
Puppet.
Puppet?
Roscoe. No, I can't do the
Does it trace the feats?
Yeah, I think it is actually.
Adventuring gear, ammunition, arcane focus, inspiration, food, drink. Spell scroll costs. Level 6 is 10,000 gold pieces.
So technically, that's the cost to make it.
Oh, okay. So what, 500 or 5,000?
I think it would be more expensive to buy it.
Okay,
Because someone had to make it first.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have 15,000 gold? I suppose this one is more expensive than
You
mine.
have 15,000.
Potion.
But no. I have 20,000.
But no.
Yeah, I only brought 300 with me.
What about this sovereign glue? Would you like that?
Yes! Yes, I would!
2,500.
I'll take it. Do you have the dissolvent?
The, what is it, universal solvent?
Yeah.
Yeah, having glue and having solvent.
Yeah, I need both.
It would suck if it blows up in your hand.
It's also legendary. 2,000.
Okay, so I'll take both for 20 or 4,500.
Yes.
Alright. And it's
The gloves of thievery here simply give you a small bonus to your sleight of hand.
Are you talking to me?
No.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, sorry, what?
The gloves of thievery give you a minor bonus to your sleight of hand.
How much are there?
Oh, I want Reginald to have some too. I have 2. They're only 500 apiece.
Okay, I'll buy it.
I'd like one as well. I still like getting these. Sorry,
No, that's good.
it does very little. Oh, I need to add 2,000 gold for that,
So instead, just add 1,500.
I guess. Cool.
Well, it doesn't say anything in here.
Do you have to attune to them?
No.
The
Yes!
sovereign glue doesn't as well, right?
Correct. I'm trying to look for some of those things.
Once that glue goes on,
Roscoe.
it doesn't come off.
Holy moly.
Don't out.
Plus 5 bonus to sleight of hand checks. Let's see what
Need
my
more
sleight.
toilet paper in there? Sorry, guys.
Let's see what my sleight of hand check is now.
Oh my gosh. Ow, my ear.
I know, that camera probably got it too.
Oh, gee whiz.
24 is my sleight of hand modifier. I can't roll below a 34 on pickpocket checks.
I'm also
Yeah,
in
I
possession
know
of
what
this
it is.
mantle of spell resistance. I don't know if anyone's interested here.
Spell resistance.
Requires attunement.
Don't have any more 2 minutes left.
I got
What is it again?
enough attunements.
How much would you say I should charge for this item?
It's a rare item. For something like that.
What time is it? Oh, we should take a break soon.
Okay.
I was going to a 7.
Okay, yeah, that's what I meant.
That's great.
I would probably charge about 2,500 to 3,000.
Reginald's gonna spend 3,000 on that.
Okay.
And
I
then
was gonna say if he doesn't, I will.
I was gonna say if no one else wants to, I think he might also spend that. That kind of puts him low for the potion of haste.
Oh, for 5,000.
Yeah.
I only have 7 of those left.
That's a new attunable item that I have access to.
You can make me a spell, right, Reginald?
I know how to
Scrolls?
make scrolls.
You do?
Mhm.
You want me to buy that potion for you and you make me a scroll?
What kind of scroll?
I just got done getting through this.
Scroll of forgetfulness.
Right. You know what? How about this? Instead of giving me, how many components do you have in rations?
Well, I've been eating in the Magnificent Mansions.
Okay.
Was hoping on trying to find more of these
Oh, that's right. We have food in that thing, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I can be a team player. I'll get you the potion. Just get me back when I need it.
Okay.
You sure you want to go into debt to Pyro?
I'm neutral about it.
Sure.
You know, think about this hard.
Because I wanted that 6th level spell, but unfortunately, if I needed to give him the money to make that, it would cost more than what I'm wanting to spend right now.
Hmm. It's also not a short time.
I would have to give you 10,000 gold pieces, and you would have to sit for 40 days.
Let me try some other tricks.
Oh, look, it's the last avatar.
Let's see. Oh, I wanted to offer. Can I see? Do you have Tasha's over there still?
Yeah, I do.
I wanted to see if I could offer Roscoe a cool bard thing. There's one in mind. I can think of.
King Julian, You got any magical alcohol?
Oh yes, we have plenty. How much would you like to purchase?
Oh, good reminder. Yes.
How much would you say a vial is an ounce?
A vial would be about like 25 gold.
Okay, how many do you have?
I could think of at least 8.
I'll buy all 8.
Okay.
Price?
200 gold worth of spell components or potion crafting embodiments. Of course. Here you go.
Alrighty.
These arrows, any pluses to them?
They don't get an extra plus to hit, just extra damage.
Okay.
In the new monster or the new DMG, there was an ammunition of +1, +2, and +3, but he doesn't have those we were looking for.
I'm done buying stuff. I have essentially spent 9,000 gold.
I have one fantastic item to offer. A bit.
Let's see what his gold
Might
is.
be a minute.
He's only got 3,000. I guess I could put in if he needed extra. You guys better be glad I like it.
Potentially. This is a very rare item that I'm considering offering him.
What are you gonna throw the price at?
Would you say, that 5,000 would be appropriate for a +3 to his spell save DC? It requires attunement.
You say 5,000? That sounds fair. That's definitely.
I'm offering him the biggest one, because we're in a crazy...
And you can bang the drum to get a use of bardic inspiration, but you can't use it again until next dawn.
How about this? I'll offer him a +3 for 5,000 or a +2 for 2,500.
I would say 3, because a +1 would be 1,000, a +2 would be 3,000,
I'm alive.
+3 would be 5,000.
He made it!
Doesn't sound like it.
King Julian pulls out these beautiful looking sort of fey carved drums.
Oh.
These are the Rhythm Maker's drums. I thought you might like them.
You know what it is, right?
No.
This one is the most powerful option. I couldn't part with it for less than 5,000.
And that's a +2.
But I have another one that is slightly less powerful that you could have for 3,000 gold pieces. Oh, I do love the gold pieces the way they...
Sparkly.
He has been like dancing around you and
the whole time.
behaving flamboyantly.
Journey is kind of bouncing back and forth, following him.
Journey just
Kinda
keeps
dance
following
with him.
like a
Yeah.
dog that's staring at a squirrel through a glass pane almost.
Squirrel.
Right?
Does anyone have 2,000 gold I can borrow? Can I borrow it?
Does anybody, how much gold do you have?
17,000.
Well, why aren't you chiming in? Captain?
I've got
I
almost
can give you
8,000.
5,000 or 500. I mean,
Reginald is mimicking Julian's voice.
Huh.
I've
Why
got
are
almost
you helping
8,000.
out? I just helped Reginald with 5,000
I'll help you
gold.
with 1,000 of it.
No, I mean
Okay.
2,000 of it, because I'm not parting with another 1,000 gold. I just helped him with 5,000. You could offer 2,000 for Puppet. This is Pyro talking. I'm not giving him any money.
Then yes, we can make a deal.
I did my good deed for the
Yay,
day. I helped
5,000.
Jingle them for me. Thank you, my servants, my servants with jobs. Go ahead, jingle them for me. Jingle them.
You're down to 85 gold.
You watch as a
Russ.
bunch of
Yay.
I do expect to be paid back.
servants
Yeah.
begin to jingle sacks of coins.
do you want you want the item behind door number 1, door number 2, or door number 3?
So that is going to provide a bonus to your bar saving for
Saves,
DC.
Did you want to
Attacks.
pause, Rocky?
Yes. And you can once per dawn get an extra
Wait,
what
did
you
it say
call
it
there.
also increased my DC?
Yeah.
Oh!
That's the difference between the
Out of
cautious.
curiosity,
Oh,
does
okay.
anybody want to buy
Yeah.
anything else?
I'm good.
Alright, I'm good on buying stuff. You good on? Well, never mind. You don't get an option.
I think we're okay.
Alright, so we've given him that potion to take, and we've also,
You've spent time at the merchant court or the unsealing court.
do you?
Yeah, that's we'll pick up in the
Well,
montage shortly.
Which one? Which court we going to next? There, teleportation guy, puppet.
I guess I'll start going in order now.
So yeah, you've got the Sealy and the Unsealy left. So there is Fable Rise, the Gloaming Court, Prismere, and the Herocall Fens.
Let's go to Prismere. I like the name.
Before we go, Rocky, I think we should say happy early birthday.
Yeah, happy
birthday
early
boy.
birthday
Oh,
to
to
our
Logan.
Thank
DM.
you.
Our
We're
DM.
recording this near my birthday.
Right,
Exactly.
tomorrow technically.
Welcome back. Thank you for your patience.
Camera guy's back
I don't know
here.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no big deal.
So, as we take off once again, if you mark either a 5th level spell slot or 5 charges on your rod, the Unsealy Court is whisked away, and what you see before you is this convergence of 3 types of land. There's like a mountainous region that is off in the distance, a swampy, murky, like bogland that is to your left, and to your right is met by, I believe it's said, like a sort of dark forest, but it almost has an air of like a cursed forest, if that makes sense, where you look in and you're like unsure if time will behave normally in there. But at the center, there is a palace, and I'm sorry, I just lost the name of said palace. It's interesting. Is this too far? Yeah. So, oh, that's ethereal. I'm almost there. The Palace of Heart's Desire. This like central sort of marble building. I imagine it's got those sort of Russian-esque, what are they called? They're not mushroom tower tops. They're those like bulb towers.
I'm talking to the camera.
Okay. You can see like built into this area, there's this massive sort of swamp garden before you that is kind of reminiscent of like a Feywild Versailles stepping forward, and there's like topiaries and bushes, and you can see one where previously a topiary, a headless humanoid topiary stands, and there's like a little bit of protrusion of spine where the head once was attached, like white bone spine
Cool.
on this topiary. But you are sort of greeted by these, in this case, I'd say for sure hobgoblin guards and soldiers that step up and are awaiting you all the same, Legends. So you are whisked into one of the central chambers of this palace. There is like a grand feast going on for members of this Fey court that everyone looks on and they're like, oh, we can't have. You are brought to one of the, I'd say the chair at the head of the table, right? And present the
Here.
vial
Take a shot of this.
Zabilna, who is sort of
That was a good one.
at the table with a steak knife and a fork. This beautiful, pristine. What's that? Like pure white dishware
Titanium.
called?
China?
Yeah, this really fine china. Porcelain. Porcelain
yeah.
china. With a what looks to be a human heart atop it, and she's cutting into the human heart and takes a bite. This figure sort of presents to you like a grand vampire lady, where there is this these sort of unnatural fang teeth, blood red eyes, and pale complexion of skin, sort of like a darker grayish skin that's just faded with time. And I'll say almost reminiscent of like a dark elf. There's
Camera guy.
white hair.
Camera guy. Sorry.
Welcome. People need to go sometimes. It's okay.
Oh, I was saying the camera guy.
He's calling it out.
His name's Bob. Bob the camera guy.
My name is Rocky.
2!
2. That's right.
Thank you for your contribution. This immunization will be a wonderful gift. I have not seen Vecna, though I have not heard from Yarn Spinner of Fable Rise in a day's time. Takes the immunizing brew.
Can you cut me a piece of that heart off?
We here have anything of your heart's desire.
Do I have that slice?
Do you really want to eat it?
What would you give me for it? Would you give me your name?
No.
Here we go.
Tempting.
I gave you a vial.
You may have it. Yes.
No,
Hands
wait.
you the fork.
Hang on. Wait, where's my notes? Hang on.
As part of this trade, I give this to you of my own free will.
This isn't food, right?
That is the human heart and organ.
Okay.
Food for a vampire, but surely not natural for a warforged.
Alright, so as you give me the slice, I just wrap it.
Yeah.
You just add it in?
Oh,
I just add it in.
It's sort of like it's kind of like a cupping shape because it's the bottom of the heart, if
Right.
that makes sense. For a moment, once it's wrapped into your flesh, you
Your
feel
other
it.
flesh that I have.
Right, it's wrapped around other pieces. You feel it tremble, just a little bit,
Interesting.
and it's gone.
Yuck.
Alright, well, let's check the other courts real quick. We know he's in danger, so let's get the others. We've already lost the summer. Let's try and get the ones that we know. Let's
Who
go
did
to
you
a
say
different
you
one.
haven't heard from?
He's dead. Fuck him.
Oh.
You're
He's
the
fucking
spinner
dead.
of Fable Rise.
He's fucking dead. Straight up. He's
What is her name?
This one?
What is your, yes, what is your name?
You may call me Zabina. Zybillna.
This is comfy right here. I probably shouldn't
Okay.
like this real.
Thank you.
And I've decided she looks like a vampire.
Perfect. She's orc?
How many,
Did you say the guys were orc?
There are hobgoblin guards
Hobgoblins,
about, but
okay.
there's all types of fey creatures at this banquet hall. It's almost an unnaturally long table that is just like as pristine white tablecloth as they can have, and lots and lots of stains of blood as people begin to dig into raw and undercooked meats of various kinds.
how many more courts do we have? We've got the autumn, we've got spring.
Ding.
Then we
I
got
think
2
we've
more
gotten
besides
5.
the feeble court.
Did you go to the gloaming court
Yes,
yet?
that's where we're at.
No, we're at the prismatic.
This is Prismere. I don't think you visited the Queen of Air and Darkness.
Not yet.
No.
Okay, so there's Yarn Spinner of Fable Rise, the Queen of Air and Darkness of the Gloaming Court, and Morrigan, the Fate Stitcher of the Harrowcall Fens, which is something from sort of another campaign world. But things can exist.
So let's go to the other two before we go to Oh Boy, because it really don't matter if we haven't heard from him in a day. He's probably dead. So let's go to the other two and get them taken care of first. On to the next one there, Rod Boy. Give us the rod. Rod us.
In the meantime, we're gonna re-up the Long Strider just in case, and ritual cast telepathic bond while you perform your spell.
Alright.
Cool.
So the next court will be. Which one did you say?
Gloom.
The gloom
The
one.
glowing.
Gloamed.
So, in this space, what you see as the teleportation sigil appears before you, there is like an air of darkness and sort of what do you call it? Difficult terrain abound. There's lots of overgrown plants and things that you have to cross in this like sort of decrepit little. It looks like an abandoned town around this central palace. It's very strange, but you walk up and you do see guards of patrolling the area. These we'll say to mix things up again are groups of centaur that sort of approach you through the abandoned buildings and alleyways. They're moving at full speed, even though the area for you guys is difficult terrain. But again, some people do ignore that.
Yes.
Free.
Right. You can see that the centaur bring you to this central palace that is this one looks like it's built out of obsidian. It looks like it's been carved from
Dark rock.
fire and like crystallizing stone that creates these strange sort of parabolic pulpits that look like strong and sturdy, like I don't know.
Columns?
Obsidian on its own is very brittle, but it's like they've been built in such a way to strengthen the peak
structure.
design with like sort of an inverse of gravity, kind of referencing certain real world cathedral there, but it's for people who know. We can talk about it later. As you enter these like obsidian halls and are taken to a central throne room, what you see is this like beautiful queen's throne that is sat upon by just this massive black gemstone. The Queen of Air and Darkness just appears to you as a floating, hovering object. But as you enter her throne room, her voice pierces your minds, as well as your own telepathic bond that you have. It's like all of you can hear her. The legends have come to me. Uninvited, I accept the necessity of your gift, but you will find no reward here.
Good, I wasn't gonna ask for one. Trick.
The vial floats out of your hand and up towards the gemstone, and then as it gets within like 5 feet, it just empties and then returns.
I'll say something out loud and I'll be like, so no reward, no kindness next time. Next time we'll just let you get taken.
Pray we do not meet again.
I would love to.
Bye bye. We're gone.
As puppets like teleportation circle.
The crystal disappears in a flash.
So I thought.
a
That
strange
was pretty cordial. You need to learn to shut up.
Well, they need to have better manners.
Yeah, I agree
Alright,
with
if they
you.
didn't have better manners, I wouldn't want to, take a hit out on the Archfey. See, it's not all my fault. Nothing against you. I'm just talking in character. It's
Right,
not my
no, me
fault
too.
that they're like that.
That's it. We just,
They didn't have to pop off. I wouldn't have to pop off.
you don't have to pop off.
Huh?
Next time, does anybody have a cone of silence you can cast on this?
Can I have the silence spell for this guy?
I can think of only one.
All right, Rod Boy, let's go to the second to last one.
Which was
Not Fens.
Heracall Fens.
Right.
yeah, that one.
So, what you see as you make your penultimate jump, there is a. It's like a tree grew into its own tree house.
Oh,
Like a
cool.
massive sort of weeping willow, just gigantic trunk holds an entire home in its boughs, complete with like multiple floors and windows and balconies. You approach out of this sort of fen-like forest and are invited inside by this strange sort of similarly hag-like woman, but this like tall, long-necked, no nose, a la Voldemort, or I shouldn't, but there's smiling at you, this strange sort of hag-like figure. Well, hello, please. Have a seat at my tiki bar.
Ooh, tiki bar. Elf jizz? No?
I might have some for sale.
Okay, I don't want to say it on screen. I need one OZ.
Impressive. Allow me to get my scales. Sort of descends behind this abnormally large tiki bar carved entirely out of like living wood almost, where you can see like bark on it. There's 7 seats before it, and you can see she pulls this like old-timey chain hung weights and measurements and sets a 1/16 of a pound upon it.
Okay.
And then measures out this fantastical medicinal
Feyflower.
magical supplement.
Fey flowers.
Right. These alchemical reagents that can aid you in your journey of an appropriate to match, and offers that in exchange. All right. Perhaps we could make a deal for the vial. Would this be simply your payment?
Is this
Gold?
the person we're supposed to find?
No.
I'm
Gold?
This is the archway.
How much gold
This is
would
the
you
Archfey,
like?
okay.
I'm
Green.
offering you an alternative to gold for your service that you were going to offer me.
Yeah, take a shot of this.
Great. Have a baggie. Throws it at you.
Thanks.
Oh, wonderful. Just what he needs.
I do.
Just what Pyro needs is another
I
bag.
hope. Thank you for your generosity.
If you happen to see a fiery fawn druid out in the waste, tell her her nana says hello.
Pretty sure it doesn't matter. If you see that dark air bitch, tell her Pyro said, hey.
She doesn't get along with anyone, my dear.
Sounds right.
And then you hear another voice from beneath the dress. No, she doesn't.
What?
Not
Douglas.
even gonna ask. Not even gonna ask.
Trini like
Alright,
backs
Rod
out.
boy.
It's just a half-baked reference.
Let's go see if old boy's alive. Hey, before we go, anybody want to make bets on whether he's dead or alive?
He's alive.
You think he's alive? 5 gold on alive?
Sure.
I'm gonna go 5 gold dead. Isla? Do you want 5 gold on whether he's dead or alive?
I don't care.
Well, we need a...
Yes or no?
No, well, she's just not betting on that one. How about you,
I'm not much of a
Puppet?
gambler.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
It could just be a bet between me and
That's
you.
fine.
That's what we'll do. Just Shorty and Pyro. I'll bet
There
you
you
5.
go.
5 gold. Alright, so Rod Boy gets us there.
All right. So, here's what I'll say. In the time that you've spent teleporting, recasting magic, traveling throughout your day, acquiring the Bang and crafting the potions, you've spent a decent day's travel for a plane hopper, essentially, right?
So we need to rest.
12 hours.
What I'm offering here is, as you enter this final domain of delight, what you see is this like
What?
beautiful. This palace, because each of these archfey that you found seem to have palaces. There's like a central theme of the entire thing appears to be built out of bound books.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
Fable Rise in this space is this like central sort of building that has vellum and like turning pages as the wind blows, windows that seem to open by like pulling books back, or like opening the shutters and having pages whistle out. The entire like three-dimensional space here is built to resemble like a massive dictionary that's been splayed out, if that makes sense, where the palace is built in the shape of like a long gigantic book.
Open book.
Yeah, open book.
If you don't mind, what was the name of the last gal?
That was Morrigan the Fate Stitcher. So Morrigan the Fate Stitcher.
Okay.
And I did not create that architect. That was
No, that's cool. What was the name of the druid? Is it druid? Fiery druid?
she didn't give a name, but she said like a fiery fawn druid, which is kind of like a female satyr.
Okay. And what'd she say? Tell her.
That Nana says hello.
Okay, thank you.
Across from Fable Rise, what you can see is these sort of like identical looking petrified trees. This huge, like multi-acre petrified forest of these sort of like individually tall but very similar. They look to be aspen trees.
Okay.
And what you can see is that stepping off of the teleportation dais, you immediately step into this like murk or pollutant. It's like a black sludge that is at your feet, and it seems to be
Okay.
coming from the from the forest. It's like seeping out and slowly moving towards you as you step towards the palace. But it's at this moment that Reginald sort of looks around and kind of has a sense of something and is going to say, yours was pretty magnificent earlier, but I've got a little something left. Let's try this on for size. And he is going to cast Magnificent Mansion with his 8th level spell. Right here.
Does it look like there's any activity going on in this court?
It seems pretty empty at the moment. You don't see patrolling guards, concerned citizens. The windows are open on this palace, but the central doors are closed. I'm going to mark that 8th level. Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion. Takes 1 minute to cast and lasts 24 hours. Pulls out a miniature door and mumbles something with a lot of M's. That's not exactly how that works, but yes, that's my 8th level for that one.
That's funny.
So you guys want to hop in here and take a long rest? Some
Yep.
of us need to get some of our stuff back, like you guys with your spell slots and everything.
Yeah.
My tower's a pretty nice place to stay.
It is. Do you have anything to shoot?
Just Puppet, it's your first time. Stay out of the top floor. It'll blind you. Sorry, what was your question?
He wants a shooting gallery.
Oh, to shoot. Yeah, I got like plenty of ghosts.
Okay.
Ghosts?
Yeah, the ghosts that staff this place. I don't know, it was something with my you guys can sort of step inside here and you can see this beautiful, like, singular tower that appears to be on an illusory, like, whatchamacallit, there's a cliffside coast with, like, rain and, like, crashing waves against the cliff, but the lighthouse, as you walk towards it, you don't feel any of the rain yourself. It's just, like, an illusion on the edges. And then, in the middle of the lighthouse, which is just kind of a stock white, there is a gap where the upper half is just floating in the air. And the top of it is incredibly bright. It's difficult to look at, but it is sort of flashing in a way that it appears to be that it's a central sort of light bulb that's covered half the time.
It's a lighthouse.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna take 2 hours to go and make a Bloody Merilith,
Okay.
and then take a long rest.
I'm gonna
Alright.
feed and
Can
water
you give
myself
me a
and
room for an alchemist, Reginald?
Yes, I have plenty of components and required tools.
All right. Here, can you direct me to that room?
Callahan, would you? That you see the ghost of a half orc sort of step over. Take Pyro to the alchemical consortium. So you're
Yeah,
escorted up
two
to
of
that
those.
space. Where you can work, and it appears to be outfitted so that you can rest there as well.
Right. All right. So that's what I'm gonna do with my
Well, you see-
8 hours.
Besides just having like alchemist supplies and things about there, the thing that Reginald wants to have that's kind of you is there's a little slit in the door where you can open it and look at someone with just your eyes visible.
It's
You
a
know what I mean?
password.
Yeah.
What do you want?
There's one of
Nice.
those on the door.
I like that.
Yeah.
Mary had a little lamb.
You gonna take a long rest, Puppet? All right, Puppet's taking a long rest.
If we get the chance to cast any spells as part of our rest, I'm ready to do that.
Oh wait, hey,
Because I imagine you guys have some 4th levels left.
I was gonna say Death Ward only lasts 8 hours though.
we can do it near the end of our rest, and then if we each cast one spell, we just have to wait an extra hour.
Okay.
I was going to. I haven't spent a ninth level today, and I have foresight prepared.
Okay.
I was thinking of giving foresight to the ranger.
Excellent.
Advantage
long
on
as
everything you do. Is,
As long as you
Yeah,
hit with
would be
your
very-
bow, you have advantage on the creatures now.
I have advantage on a lot of things, but it'd be great.
It's been pretty awesome seeing you work, Isla, with this, but I kind of want to spread the buffs around. And then I'll still have a ninth level to use.
Shorty wants to. Said, do you have like a drafting room with big tables?
Oh, absolutely. I'm a wizard. I have lots of paper and tables to draw on. Yeah.
I want to go and start mapping all the places.
What was
we've been
cast
here.
on me?
We haven't
Nothing.
cast anything
Oh.
yet. We were talking about the last time I cast foresight. It was on you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna wake up early or stay up later to cast Death Ward on everybody.
So the way to work is just before we achieve a long rest, we can cast a spell that will require us to take additional hours of time. So each one of us could cast a spell, and then we would all just have to take one more hour to sleep that off. But if you wanted to cast 2 spells with today's spell slots, you would then be taking an additional hour off of those times.
I'll go ahead and take an additional hour to. You get to cast Death Ward 3 times because you're a full spellcaster. I'm only half. So I'll Death Ward myself and Shorty before I fully take my rest.
Right.
Because like I said, I was making the potion, and then I'll cast the spells after I've crafted my potion.
This
And
is how
then-
I understand the way the rest casting feature works in 2024.
Right.
Reginald's only going to have 1 hour, but because you're taking 2 hours, you could also take 2 hours, Ross, and have 2 death wards on people from yesterday's spell slots, if that makes sense. So, you could, theoretically, you guys could get 4 and then use the next day's spell slots to maybe do clean up on everyone. I don't know.
So
Whatever you
let's
wanna do.
go ahead and.
But-
I'm crafting a potion, so just stay up with me, and
Right.
then we'll cast the spells, and then we'll take our rest so we get those back. And then when we wake up in the morning, cast it on Reginald or whoever didn't get the spell.
Exactly.
All right, I'm gonna do that. That's
So,
my stuff. Are you just resting?
I'm doing mapping stuff.
Okay,
I'm gonna start out with the cave in that area.
that'd be good because after your 2 hours of mapping, you'd be ready for my spell for Death Ward.
I'm just gonna rest.
You're resting. Reginald, what spell were you gonna cast?
I still am my 9th level. I was gonna give someone a little bit of foresight. I can't do it twice, but I can do it on someone and then have my big spell prepared for later.
How long does that last?
It's 8 hours as well.
It's 8 hours.
Yes, so by the time we get up, you'd have 6 hours on.
I think that the ranger should get it because with her Vex weapon, as long as she shoots the same one, she'll have her sneaking advantage.
I'm gonna spread it around. He'll get it this time.
Okay.
Maybe I want it next time.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
But
so that's
this
our
will be
plan
powerful.
for nighttime. 8-hour rest. Bye.
So as part of this, I do want to feature one fun thing. We discussed in a previous campaign this that Reginald's tower, his magnificent mansion, is home to creatures that have passed on in his journeys. What you see as he sort of introduces Isla to this group of ghosts before him is that he goes, "This is my whole family. When I went out adventuring, the whole world almost had an apocalypse, so they all died. But they're here with me now
They all died.
because I'm the god of death.
Right. Yeah,
Oh, Reaper.
they're all there.
So I wanted to formally introduce you, Isla, to my family. And one of them sort of goes, "Oh, this is so nice. Does that mean you're Regina's girlfriend?"
Regina.
Reginald goes, No, nothing like that.
No, 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 no,
We're just friends.
We haven't made that commitment yet.
I'm not about that. I'm about the fight. Oh.
Hey, we're only in plane 1. We could have a romance.
Still coming to terms with all this. The point is, I wanted you to meet these people because they were once very important to me, and they still are.
Don't introduce them
It was just a Kenku family.
to me. Oh, yeah, I'd be like, oh, cool, are we gonna make fried chicken?
Well, they're ghosts already, so you
Also, we can fry them.
you could shoot them.
How many points do I get for the small one?
It's less because they're my family. They're my cousins.
Alright. Taking all the fun out of it.
Hey, there goes
No
a chicken
point.
running across the
No
floor.
point system, 4
Baka.
targets on their heads. What the hell? You're like, you know what? I'm gonna put a lock on
Hey,
the other
snore,
side of your
snore,
door,
snore.
Pyro. We need to lock you in the alchemist.
All right, here's what I'm gonna say. As part of just choosing my spell preparations, I'm going to pause it really briefly
Oh.
to not waste any of our viewers' time by thinking about things. Thank you for your patience. I've made some small changes. Concentration's a bitch.
We have our death wards up.
Shorty has foresight going on.
Yes, please. That's what I wanted to do with that 9th level spell.
Alright. Foresight, death wards. We all casted those before our long rest, so we get our spell slots back. Is there anything else anybody needs before we hop up out of this mansion?
Yeah, in the process of doing that, you're only going to have 6 hours on your magic, except for that final death ward, which will have 8.
So I have 2 hours left on the foresight.
That's 6.
I'll wait for it.
6.
What's
Yeah.
the,
Okay.
Because the way they were doing their spells is before we achieved our long rest, they expended some of their magic, but then as part of doing that, they had to sleep it off a little bit extra long. So
If I take a long rest as a
Okay.
by the time they're getting up, you've sat there for 2 hours with this divination magic on you that just lets you see a little bit in advance before
Or does
anything
he
that's
have
happening.
the ability to cast?
I kind of want to
Hold on.
go outside and look around.
Just do it.
Okay.
So I might get. I'm going to leave Journey inside for the moment and just kind of look around.
I wouldn't, because the mansion will disappear.
What?
Will it?
The mansion's not permanent.
It's
Well, it
24
lasts
hours.
24 hours.
And I can cast it again to keep it before that time is up.
It wasn't your mansion.
But we can
Oh,
get a
well.
new one. It's-
You can do it. Whoever cast it can do it again.
So what I'll say is, Isla and Shorty didn't do any extra sleeping. So if you were itching to go and do a little bit of scouting while some of them slept, I would allow it.
That's what I want to do.
4 times.
I'll go with them.
Okay, great. So the two of you head out while we are finishing up our long rest as part of casting that magic.
Yeah.
Freshly buffed,
Yeah.
so they're safer at least. Isla and
Will it let me take a torch out of the mansion with me?
anything that was in the mansion when you take it doesn't
Disappears,
leave with you,
doesn't
but
leave.
you do
That's what I
feel
figured.
well fed, is what happens.
Right.
So as these guys seek to rest,
What I want to
my
do
characters.
is I kind of want to take a stick into some of that gooey stuff, get some on the end of the stick, go over to a spot away from the gooey, and see if it catches fire. Try to catch
Okay.
it on fire.
So, what you see as you try and set fire to this goo, yes, it does burn and ignite, and almost like flash paper in a way. When you set fire to it, when it burns, there's kind of nothing left. It does catch the stick on fire, though.
Okay. Well, I stomped the stick out. I don't need more fire. Unless I want to leave everybody in the house safe and catch the stuff on fire and let it burn. Get rid of it. I try to use foresight, see what that would have. What that would do?
Make a nature check for me.
Nature.
A little bit. It's your specialty, but you'll have advantage on this.
Nature is a +3. Intelligence, yeah, I got a +3 on it.
You have advantage.
Add
Advantage on any D20 test that you make, I believe that's.
Ooh, that's 12 +3, 15.
I'd say on a 15, you get a sense that burning it would not burn all of it away in the same way, but it may catch a fire that if it spreads, it might last a long time. If that makes
Okay.
sense.
All right. I'm wondering, should I use one of my arrows for something? I don't think so. Not right at the moment. I'm just trying to figure this stuff out. Can I do kind of a history check? That I might know something about this stuff?
Here's what I'll say. I want you to make me another nature check, but if you want to look at this petrified forest in front of you, you can make a nature check with your wisdom. I think you still don't have proficiency in it, but you would be adding your wisdom instead of your intelligence.
16.
16's
Wait,
not terrible.
Yeah. That's not 6.
It's not bad.
Where are
Okay.
you at there?
He's kind of gauging this landscape right now. What you notice on a 16 is that pretty much all of the trees in this area appear to be very similar. You kind of look out, and this is sort of not your perception necessarily, but gauging things about the nature of it. You look down and find a spot where there's a little bit less goo, and you're able to trace a root of one of these aspens from one tree as it is sort of like at ground level. You're able to follow it to another tree. So that's what you get on a 16, is that the trees, they're petrified, but
They're all one.
they appear to be linked.
Be like mushrooms or one organism, possibly. Okay. We haven't done the thought one thing yet, so.
Here we go. Nothing.
No, but if you like, I can. We can start with that once.
Once you're out.
Once Reginald finishes his 1 hour rest, if these guys return, he can start working on that ritual at least.
Is Isla gonna be with me doing all this stuff?
She's here.
Yeah.
Kind of.
What do you want to look at? Do you want to search deeper into this forest?
No,
It's
I
kind
was
of.
just gonna be there to support Shorty.
You can head into the building.
I kind of want to head over to the building. That's what I want to do.
So the central double doors here appear to be built in the spot where the book's seam would be. Right? There's kind of a crease that goes up and beyond the door. And you knock. It sounds like there's a large echo in the chamber beyond. And after a minute or so, if you wait, you do hear, just with a massive passive perception like yours, you do hear the sounds of sort of scurrying feet towards the door before, after a moment, who is it?
Somebody here to help you.
The door cracks open. You see just the singular eye of a goblin sort of peek into frame, like yellow sort of slitted pupil that's adjusting to the light outside, even though it is dim light out here.
Said we are searching for the archfey of this realm.
The yarn spinner is not home. We have been looking for her as well. Sort of, the door opens. What do you know of her? Have you taken her?
No.
You can see before you this
Yes.
similarly sized to you because you left your dog behind, but
Right.
still just a stout goblin that appears to be dressed in like a kind of a fancy advisor's dress of sorts.
Yep.
There's like an air that this might be the person that answers the door, but also the person that assists others in the court.
Right. Well, kind of an advisor to the archfey. Right. Exactly. So, no, we are here. We are helping to try to save the Feywild from Vecna.
Or looks at each of you. Oh, you are the legends.
Exactly.
My mistress had spoken of you before. Indeed, you seem to be bright heroes.
Do you have any idea where the mistress headed off to?
I am afraid not. I am certain she is not within my halls, or her halls, as it were.
See if he's lying.
It has wants to be the new one. So, you have no idea where she's at? Did she say anything to you at all?
She hoped that you indeed would be grand protagonists in this time to come. That a story might unfold that is mighty.
I get the gist with the books. That's cute. I like that. So we need to know where she is so we can help her.
Well, it is trouble to... It is difficult for Fae of her kind, especially, to go against their nature. So, if you ask me where the yarn spinner is, likely she would be preparing a performance.
Ah. Okay.
I am uncertain, but I am not permitted to leave these halls, and so I may not venture out into the forest. It is quite polluted, and
How did the pollution come about?
I'm told that the pollution came about 50 years ago, before my time, you see, Goblin lives being what they are. Before then, the forest was green and growing, but when the pollution came, it seemed not even the yarn spinner could stop it. It infected these lands and brought the the forest to petrification.
I know what we need to do. Do you have any idea where the pollution came from?
I do not, but I believe it originated from somewhere inside of her forest. It is a shame. The quaking aspen that is here is, in fact, the largest clonal organism in all of the Feywild. A biological miracle, you
I've
understand,
noticed that,
but
yes.
it's,
They are all the trees are of one.
the
one
petrification
root.
being what it is.
Mm-hmm. It's a pango tree. Pando tree.
No, this one is. Sorry, you're not there, but
No,
he
I
would
was-
know.
I was above table, kind of giving him an idea.
That's the name
Right.
of the specific kind that's in Utah, I believe.
Okay.
But this is a replica of it. Yes, it is actually a single organism. We call it Vango.
I'm good. It's like the pain.
Who?
Never mind. Okay, well, I may have more questions for you in a little while, but thank you for your time at the moment. And if there's any other information you think might be helpful to us to receive,
If I think of anything, I shall warn you. I'm nothing if not hospitable. It sort of bows before you.
and some island nods.
Love her.
Alright, so anyway, we'll go ahead and go back to the mansion. And once everybody's up, I'll pass all that information on to them.
Alright, so it looks like we're going to the forest. You said that ooze traveled in a certain direction, right?
Yeah, it's sort of when you arrived, it just sort of like a wave of it kind of moved laterally, but as you sort of triangulate where it's coming from, yeah, you can see that it appears to be sort of almost unnaturally flowing from someplace deeper into this forest.
That's what
petrified
I was
forest.
wondering, as if the flow of that ooze was going into the forest, because if it was, that's where the source is going.
Mhm.
But if it was flowing out, that means it would flow to the roots. So, with all of
Which
this
it-
ooze flowing, we need to go towards the source.
Well, it's coming out from the center of it's coming out from the forest, not going into the forest, right?
It's
Or is it going
from
into
your
the forest?
perspective, it's coming from somewhere deeper in the
It's
forest, so
coming
you
out of
can
the
you can
forest.
follow it back the way
Right.
it is. You'd be going against the current, essentially.
Right, yeah. You said it right. I said it badly.
That's okay. You
But
can-
we were on the same page.
yeah,
So
you were
I
you were
guess
thinking. Your brain was working.
It was terrible.
It said we just wanted the spring backwards or something.
Ridiculous.
So everybody in agreement to follow the current going up.
Go to the ooze. Follow the
I think
ooze.
that makes the most sense. Here, let me finish the buffs that I would cast upon you, and we will once again make sure the Longstrider is up. Oh, I really was considering. I didn't have any pearls to buy that
Oh
place.
man,
Oh,
I think
telepathic bond.
I think I need to cast this spell on people.
What now?
I think I need to cast the freedom of movement spell, because if you said if it's rough terrain,
Takes an hour to
It's getting
cast.
there.
I know because I have it too.
Freedom of movement? I didn't think so. I thought it lasts an hour.
Oh, it lasts an hour, right? You're right.
Oh, so the half casters both have it. That's fun.
Mm-hmm. So that means everybody can get covered, right?
okay, well, I can only do it to one person, and it's a 4th level spell.
Oh, here, hold.
But you and I aren't affected by rough terrain.
So,
Are you affected by rough terrain? You are. Is
yeah,
Isla?
Ranger, look at that.
Hey, is
Mhm.
Isla affected by rough terrain?
I think she can be, yeah. You can upcast it now. This is 2024.
Oh, okay.
I guess
How
you're
many
doing the
people
same
do
one.
you
I
get?
thought Tasha's Bow and Cauldron. It's one at a time for a 4th level, but it can be helpful. No, it's this one.
Okay.
Alright, so I.
Here, you look at it. DM.
Yes, you go DM.
Alright, so I'm gonna cast Freedom of Movement at 5th level on Puppet and Isla. You can hover on your mount, right?
Oh, I think that mount died last time.
You wanna hold on to Kevin?
I didn't have Wish prepared today.
Alright, so I'll spend that spell slot and then I'll cast a regular. Or do you want to cast Freedom of Movement on him? Since I got this.
Yes, I will cast freedom of movement on him.
Okay,
Alright,
so
now
we'll
we
get
don't
3
have to worry about
freedom
rough
of
terrain.
movements.
Mark those spell slots out.
And those last 1 hour, so they'll continue through this part of the journey. As you guys are
Headed towards the forest.
traveling towards this Merc, I'll need someone to make a perception check.
Haha, I think I'll do that.
Yeah, let's let him do it.
Whoops. Yeah, since my perception check is
You got
Does anyone want
advantage
to
and
give
everything.
any bonuses?
guidance.
Yeah, you can guidance. So go
You
ahead
got-
and roll a D.
that one's sitting on its side.
It totally is.
Add a D4.
Add a
There you
D4
go.
to it,
That's 36. Oh,
just for fun.
that's 30.
Oh no,
36,
it's only a
37.
37.
Yeah, it's only 37. Bummer.
Okay, so with Shorty's sort of eagle-eyed mounted experience here, you move through the Merc journey not inhibited by
Anything.
quite so. It's a strange thing to see because it's tar-like, but it's also not really sticking to you, if that makes sense. It's almost like
Yeah.
it's sticking to the objects and not the people. And especially with the freedom movement and the ring of free action that's going on magically is like it is almost like being repelled off of your clothes to a certain
Right.
extent. You can't like walk on it. That would take like sort of a water walk spell, but the freedom of movement is doing the same benefit where you can walk through it and it doesn't stick or slow you down.
Right.
But it's strange how the goop is like
Against the plants only.
it's sticking to the petrified forest and the ground more than it is you guys and even your mount, right?
Right.
So it's maybe 10-15 minutes into this trek where you spot something off in the distance. Well, you can see looks like a big red tarp hung up just between some of these trees.
So we have telepathy going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, I spot some kind of tarp or banner over here. It looks red from this distance.
Well,
I think we need to head towards it. Find out what it is.
we head towards the red tent.
You have sharpshooter, right?
Yes, I do.
So the range on your longbow would be 600 feet.
Yes.
So as you cross the threshold into 600 feet, I'll say what you can see in this dim light of the Feywild is it looks like a theater curtain. And what it has in front of it is a singular figure that is sort of looking about it, but you have such eagle-eyed vision, and this is like the outer bounds of your range where you would be attacking at advantage because of your foresight. You can see the figure kind of looks like that.
So we might have a battle on our hands, gentlemen.
Just gonna... It's longer than this. 600 feet.
With his roll, is he 100% sure?
He's pretty sure.
You're 99.9% the father.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Can I tell if he's looking at us?
I'll say at this point, he doesn't appear to be looking directly at you. No.
Right.
You could try and
What's he doing,
hide and
Shorty?
sneak up on him.
Do it. Hide for the time being. I'm going to take a few minutes and disguise myself. Use my what is it? The problem with release of fairies.
You're trying to use a disguise kit?
Yeah, well, it's something I have. I should have it. I can't remember what it is.
I know that as part of the 2024 Ranger, there's an option to turn yourself invisible.
Yes, that's kind of what I want to do here. Did Vecna have blind sight?
Yes.
Crap, I won't
So,
know it anyway.
What I would say, knowing your strengths and weaknesses against creatures of this advanced sort of sight capability, you might be better off with a pass without trace, if that makes sense.
Yes, I have pass without trace. So
That's probably
let's
the best
see.
one.
I cast freedom of movement, which I don't. It's not a concentration spell.
Correct.
So I'm going to go ahead and
How many
hit
people
pass
can you
without
put
trace
down
on me,
just one?
It's an emanation.
Oh, okay.
and I'm going to start heading towards him.
Hang on, if that's an emanation, we need to stay in that emanation with you.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So everybody,
It's
we
30
are
foot.
going to stay with Shorty, and he's going to have pass without trace on.
All right.
So
If
here
you-
we go.
If you're casting Pass Without Trace, I would like everyone to roll a stealth check. And I'm going to pull up this here. Perfect. I know what the DC is.
Thank goodness.
Reginald has Kenku Recall, so I'm going to roll this at advantage. Isla, roll a stealth check and add an extra 10 for Pass Without Trace. 9 plus 22 is 31 for Reginald.
Damn. Well, we got a 29 on that.
Did you add your extra plus 10?
How do we get an extra plus 10 out of it?
That's what the Pass Without Trace spell does. It
Oh,
increases
does it?
your stealth checks
No,
by
I
plus
didn't.
10.
I didn't add an extra 10 on it.
No, it's not a D10, it's a plus 10.
It's a plus 10. Alright, 39 then. That makes it much.
28.
39.
Okay. Both 39s, that's cool. Puppet, can you roll a stealth check for me? I'm not even going to ask for your dog to roll it. You rolling a 39 is
Thank you.
It's in stealth, right?
Yeah,
And then
you-
add plus 10.
9 plus 10.
Pass Without Trace.
Okay. 29.
Yay!
I was the lowest one with a 28. And I rolled a 14 on the die.
So I'll tell you guys in this moment, yeah, you do pass Vecna's passive perception
Okay.
here. What you can do is utilize cover and slopes to obscure yourselves so that he doesn't get wind of you. How close do you guys want to get?
Well, I want to get closer so I can tell that this is actually the Vecna.
Right?
And I kind of, eventually, I want to try to get behind the curtain because I know who's behind the curtain.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah,
Because we have our
absolutely.
telepathic bond up, right?
Yep.
Okay, so that's I'm going to say, well, if I had to give a rough estimate, most of our spells at least need 60 feet. But other spells that we have can be casted at 90 to 120, depending on what spells we do have prepared. Could you at least get us in maybe 100 to 120 foot?
I'm just going to try to get you into 60 feet. I'm going to
Okay.
get you as close as possible. That's what we're going to try to do.
Alright, so we're trying to get in within 60 feet of him. Logan?
But it depends on what we see as we get up there. If it opens up more and there's less trees, we might have to change our strategy at that
So
point.
I'll say as you approach the 150-foot marker here, what you see as you are much closer than you were is that the trees remain fairly consistent, though at this distance they're kind of sparse throughout because they are petrified and don't have any leaves. You can start to move around the curtain to try and get on the other side, but I'll say with your brilliant perception and sort of knowing that you want to take an angle around Vecna, as you sort of get a better angle, it kind of looks like the curtain is a box. Like it's a rectangle curtain.
That's never good.
Cage.
Or something's in the cage. Or something. Well, first of all, something behind the curtain, because you can't just have something behind the curtain with nothing there.
Well, the curtain looks like a box instead of a curtain. So, anyway,
I could be a distraction.
you can be a distraction. You're a good distraction.
I am.
So,
Hey, you want to buff me real quick?
Yeah, do you want to throw out any bardic inspirations now that you have another way to gain one back?
I'll give you one.
everybody or
Then
just
I'll
one?
cast Power Fortify on Pyro.
Ooh.
You're giving him the full 120.
460 HP.
Well, some of it's temp, but yeah.
Well, yeah.
It's all temp.
Well, I
But
think he's
it's-
talking about his total capacity there.
Mhm.
Power word fortify.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's new.
That is
I
interesting.
am going to. Am I allowed to drink 2 potions since they are bonus actions?
You can start drinking potions as you move up, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to drink a potion of haste.
Oh, you don't want to talk at all?
Who, me?
Boon of irresistible offense.
I'm gonna have
We
to.
don't want to? Of course we do.
I'm gonna have to go with a boldness potion.
Which one do you start with?
Haste.
So,
All right.
if I see...
I need to write this stuff down.
Here, what am I...
I don't think it's time to use the scroll yet.
Yeah, okay. So you can adjust yourselves accordingly, but if you're at about 150 feet, it would kind of look like that. Right? This is kind of the line. Maybe a little bit
Well,
back here.
if they're in my, if they have to be in my pass without trace, they have to be within 30 feet of me.
I'm getting ready
Right.
to hop out of it. 'Cause
So,
when I said
he's
I'm
getting
a
ready to hop out of
distraction,
it.
I'm like,
Right.
I'm getting ready to hop out of this. So if you guys are still hidden, take your guys' positions. Keep Kevin with you. Hang on. Let's see. You're gonna be hopping around a lot, right? In battle.
That's what he does.
Can you cast spells on Kevin?
Kevin can cast touch spells through me.
Okay.
And he also has a spell refueling ring with 12 uses of cure wounds at first level. You're gonna be slightly moving around. I'm gonna have Kevin just do his own thing, but I want Kevin with them right now, not me.
Mm-hmm.
So, about how close does he currently have us? 60 feet?
This is 150 feet.
Okay.
Alright,
Away
so
from
you guys
Vecna.
Okay. Get us 60 real quick.
All right. Let's get
Now I need
everybody
the-
moved up as
the-
close as we
The
can.
thing.
Oh, it's in the thing, isn't it?
Is that 60?
It's 12 squares.
Yeah. So, if he's 30 feet from you, let's say like right there.
Well,
he
hang
wanted to
on.
move around.
Let's see. Now, here's Vecna. Here's me. Do you want to be behind me or to the side?
I want to go to the side because I want to.
Wait and see what happens.
I want to. You guys are going to go after Vecna, and here's I'm going to tell you guys. I'm thinking about getting in the box, trying to get in the box.
Okay. The only reason I'm asking is because my plan was I was going to jump in front of you guys. That way you can move around. But this right here works, so as long as you guys are still within that, I can still be the distraction. We don't see anybody else, right?
Not right now.
Okay, that's all I needed. We don't see anybody else. That's all we needed.
Yeah, at this point.
Who's ready?
Well, seeing as what time it is, and this is going to be a big battle, we always know it is.
Well, I'm sure we're going to hop out, and that's going to start initiative. And then we'll probably go to the next episode next week.
Yeah, that's what I'm expecting here. So, yeah, whatever. If you're ready to do it.
Would you care to start dialogue with my guy?
Yeah,
as
start
everyone
the
else
dialogue.
begins to
Distracting.
with
step
him?
out.
Yeah, we're going to dialogue.
So these guys are moving this way, trying to get around the curtain. I could really move this over here to make more sense, but you are going to pop out of your hidden position behind cover, and what do you say?
Alright, give me a moment. Thought you could get away from me? I'm back.
You're too late. It's been an honor, Pyro, but I have a show for you now.
It doesn't look too late to kick your ass.
Even from within this wall of force, I think you are wrong.
You want to test the theory?
I've already done the necessary enchantments.
Oh yeah.
Characters begin to
Mm-hmm.
I guess for like,
stealthily as possible.
I guess for like kind of movie-esque flair. Yeah? You think you're gonna get the Archfey? We've already gotten them taken care of. You can't touch them.
Your powers are impressive, Potion Master. But I've come for a greater prize. It's not enough to transform Archfey into hideous undead. I want to push the bounds of what necromancy is. I've transformed an undead thing that you can't even comprehend. My creation will be unparalleled.
No one wants to see your asshole.
You've seen what I can do already.
Don't you mean see what the legends have done already? Because the last time you have kind of like ran away, right?
To prepare for greater events, I've sent my minions against you. I've played with your hearts. Now, it's time to change things.
How's that worked out
Hey,
for you?
you never woke me up.
Uh-oh.
But I should already been gone.
I'm sorry.
No.
I'm so distracted.
I'm so distracted. How about you show me and enlighten me what your bigger picture is?
Right. The forest around you, polluted. I've added to it, improved it. Observe my creation.
This stupid
Please.
fucking tree right here?
Whap!
As it hits petrified bark, some of it cracks off on your warforged knuckles. The curtain at once drops as the entire forest, petrified, begins to shudder and quake.
The fuck are you doing?
From behind the curtain, a figure familiar but different. The yarn spinner transformed, hideous, 4 arms split at the thumb, the embodiment of an archfey Nightwalker behind him. And next to him, a familiar sight, a strange simulacrum copy of Vecna that has been holding a spell this whole time as he looks over at Reginald and casts 9th level imprisonment with the rest of the minute. That fails.
Am I able to counterspell it?
Yes.
Try it with my own 9th level?
Well, counterspell doesn't make a difference with level anymore. It's a saving throw.
It's a saving throw.
Well, does it make it harder to beat the save if I use that?
No.
I would
say
what?
save your 9th level.
Then I'll just use the 3rd level.
You can use a 3rd level.
I'll try and save Reginald.
Sorry, I've got it right here.
Oh. I also...
The simulacrum rolls a 25.
Yeah,
it was a con plus, right? Can I force that to be charisma? Because it doesn't say I need a reaction to use that ability. As long as I force, or me or an ally forces a saving throw.
Legendary resistance.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's why I said don't do the 9th. It's good.
So in the...
It's good that you did the 3rd.
In the moment that Reginald is imprisoned with this 9th level magic, a gem appears on the battlefield, resembling, almost ironically, the Queen of Air and Darkness in its moment. Smaller, roughly the size of Shorty, a strange object appears where Reginald stands, and Reginald falls into an unconscious slumber.
Say what? So
What the hell did you do to him?
Magic that can't be undone by simple dispelling. Now, rise, my minion!
As the aspen, the roots begin to tear out of the ground. The pollution that was about your feet is sucked away towards the center of this forest as it begins to stack crap, I'm losing the word, not logs, but God, what's the name of the central part of the tree? I can't
Stalks.
The central stalks of tree start to pile onto one another as almost like Lincoln logs, as a creature more massive than even the Tarrasque builds itself out of pollution and petrified wood. An entire plant organism undead rips itself out from the ground, forms itself into 100-foot tall titan. These 2 massive arms. Yeah, roll initiative. Everyone but Reginald.
Hang on. Before you do that. You owe me 5 gold.
She's not dead yet.
Undead. If she's an archfey, she's dead.
We'll see.
Well, if she's an archfey that he turned, she's dead.
Oh, where is it? There it is.
24.
Natural 19. Hell yes.
Unfortunately, initiative swap specifies you can't make the swap if you or the ally has the incapacitated condition.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
But let me see. Kenku Recall doesn't care about being incapacitated or anything, so I will have Reginald roll his check at advantage, his initiative. I think we're just going to take this, but it's going to be really interesting. So, the new dice for my boy. Ooh, a natural 1. Good thing it's an advantage.
Wait, so what did you want to use for the big tree beast?
Oh.
I got my little thing over there.
I will have to check at that later. We got here a little bit quicker than I anticipated, so
Yeah.
I will find a mini for it when we return. What, you wanna...
That's literally
Offer
what that
something?
is.
No,
No.
look
Oh,
at
this
Look at the
thing!
miniature.
That's pretty
lit-
sick, yeah.
That's literally what that is. It's a corrupted colossus.
Wild.
Yep.
The coincidence. I didn't even know you had something like this. It's not here behind you guys. It's like over in the distance behind Vecna, but this is the thing. Did someone else get a 24?
I did.
Okay.
I got 28.
I got a 15.
You hear that noise?
That's the music. It's kind of creepy. Let me change it.
Well, that's the point. We're fighting
Creepy.
Vecna.
Well, it was going. I didn't know if that was what
That.
it was supposed to
It sounded like it was stuck,
all
like it was a
organ.
record.
be.
Okay.
I'll roll for
Rocky.
I rolled
That's a
5.
lot of black
She
cats.
rolled
She has a
Alert.
decent bonus. Oh, I totally don't have hers up right now. Sheesh. I think it's like a plus 13.
Okay, so that's 18.
So 18. I only rolled a 19 and I got a plus 5.
Probably got a 19.
What the hell? Why do I only have a +5 for initiative?
Because it's your dex.
You don't have the alert feat.
Because Vecna and his simulacrum take the same turn, even though the simulacrum doesn't have Vecna's magic items, he is going to benefit from the advantage that Vecna gets. Oh, that one's cocked. Better. Oh, that's so funny. Pyro, you and Vecna tie.
Oh boy.
Oh, great.
What's his dex?
It's a 16.
Me too!
Oh, we gotta do rollies on it. Just roll one die for me. I got a 7. You got a natural 20. No, I rolled a 1.
Oh!
I might have rolled a 7.
Natural 20.
It was close
So
enough.
Pyro's gonna go Shirley first.
Then Vecna. Or no, then Kevin.
Okay, yeah.
Just Kevin will always go after you. But does Kevin have his own initiative?
No, he goes after me.
Okay.
And then Vecna. And then fake Vecna.
Fake name.
Vecna's.
We came up with the nickname Fake Vecna's called Fake Nose.
And the simulacrum goes after him, right?
Yeah, technically they act on the same initiative, so it's...
Oh, I thought the simulacrum had its own initiative.
What did you roll for the Colossus?
I still need to roll that.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm making the initiative, so that's
You're good.
why I'm asking.
I'm gonna be a dick about it, and that thing is not gonna have a high initiative bonus. 11.
An 11 plus.
Nope.
Oh, total?
I rolled an 11.
Okay. Next is 24 with Shorty.
Hi. Yep.
Yeah, I think Shorty goes before Reginald. Actually, Reginald has a dex of 22, so it would be Reginald and then Shorty.
Reginald's next after the simulacrum.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
but
have-
he's
I have a
incapacitated
21.
and unconscious. Reginald's got a 22, actually.
Yep, yep.
Oh, this is
Better
the
be.
wrong island. Darn it.
And so it's Reginald and then Shorty.
Yes.
And then after Shorty, it's going to be. You said
I
you
was
had
right, by the
15?
way. I was got a 13
Tap
plus.
or tell
Do you
us
want to
your
move them into the center
snoring.
now?
You're snoring.
I'm just putting
Sorry.
it up.
After Shorty, it's
Right.
Isla. Isla's after Shorty.
Let me roll for the Archfey Nightwalker. I'm trying to find those stats, and then I'm set. This one's not an advantage.
Oh, I thought the Archfey Nightwalker was the Colossus.
No.
No.
No, that's trees and black goo.
Plus 12. Oh, geez. So the Archfey Nightwalker actually goes first.
Oh shit.
I just rolled a 30. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I can make sure or work again.
Okay. Shorty. Puppet. Isla.
That's a weird way of wording it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that it? I have Archfey, Pyro, Kevin, Vecna, Simulacrum, Reginald, Shorty, Puppet, and Isla.
And the Colossus after.
And the Colossus. I'm just gonna put Forest Titan.
Mm-hmm. So, once again, I'll just set the scene as things rapidly change. The pollution is gone. The ground is churned up and changed. You can see Reginald sits unconscious, seemingly lifeless. Not at 0 hit points, but he's not. He cannot be woken, and this essentially this strange gem that's in front of him, pretty much, that appears to be some sort of target. Other than that, Vecna drops his wall of force and prepares to engage with you all. The simulacrum behind him, just for... I'm gonna double check what you said about the simulacrum so that I know for certain.
It does move on your turn. It like does its stuff on your turn. It says.
So what? He has to take a bonus action to do
It doesn't.
something
That's the
with
thing. It doesn't say anything about bonus actions. It just says it does its stuff on your turn.
It obeys your commands and acts on your turn in combat. The simulacrum can't gain levels and it can't take short or long rests. If it takes damage, the only way to restore its hit points is to repair it.
During a long rest, and you need to use its stuff worth 100 gold
It's
for each hit
super
point.
expensive.
Right.
And if it drops to 0 once, it's done.
Yeah.
That is where we're going to have to leave it. Tune in for this climactic battle in Legends Episode 10. For now, thanks for watching D&D Buddies.
Like and subscribe.
Always remember to like and subscribe. We thank you for all your patronage.
Thank you for all of your comments and watching. Good night, everybody.